So first we need the music, alright? First we need the music. I'll start, I guess I'll start by explaining like why I want this to be the season finale, because again I'm like kind of getting annoyed by reading some of these posts. Just a few of these posts. I made this one because I was like actually curious what people think, mainly because Garbage kept bringing it up, like he wants to respect his opponent. Yeah, I know, Buttersnuffs, it's crazy, right? This was I think this wasn't the last time I stopped reading. I stopped reading about like 2 or 3 days ago. I kept up with it because like I just wanted to know what people were talking about, and I was like, fucking hell. That's right, I'm making troll posts, all right? This is me. I've been revealed as an actual troll. I can't believe, I actually don't know, I haven't checked it, but I don't think Deathseer commented on this, but it'll be funny as fuck if he did. I don't know, no, it wasn't this one. Because there was somebody in another post. So I'm getting ahead of myself. I'll come back to that. Basically, who was it? That Garbage fella. So I understand what he wants. All right. Play GX. Just play GX. Fucking hell. He wants the game to slow down, obviously, and like, if Mystic Mine was played fairly, then understandably enough, sure, whatever, you can fucking use the card, it's fine. Like, I feel like Mystic Mine's effect could come back if it had an errata saying that you have to control a monster in order to activate this card or have this card remain on the field. Because that's the whole purpose of it. If you don't control a monster, then it's fucking useless. But thank you for the content. Appreciate it. But basically, the fucking fight for Mystic Mine blew my fucking mind, if anything. Sure, having it all, okay, you've got 2 monsters, your opponent's got like 3 monsters, alright? You activate Mystic Mine, it helps give you like a fighting chance. But it also stops you from putting down a 3rd monster, because if you put down a 3rd monster, then it breaks the fucking field spell. People want mine back. Garbage wants mine back. Nobody else wants mine back, just Garbage. There's a post that it's like, oh look, I fixed the ban list, and it's like banned all the fucking shitter cards. Funny fact with the shitter cards is some of them were already banned at the time of he posting that, and he just didn't look at what was banned, I guess. And the only thing he wanted unbanned was Mystic Mine. I'm like, this motherfucker, dude. Subhuman. That's why I was like actually annoyed when I give him like, he's like, hey man, why was Mystic Mine banned? And I'm like, here you go. There's a million articles online telling you why Mystic Mine is banned. It was not banned unfairly as you claim. It was banned very fairly by a lot of people who didn't like playing against it. But he's like, nah, I don't believe in the opinions of combo players. You just fucking actually retarded. Like, I can't. I just can't with that guy. So I was like, whatever. And like the problem was he was like on every single post, and it's like every single post just devolved into talking about Garbage, and I was like, fucking, where are the new people at, you know? Like, where are the randos that come in and just say like, I hate the game? I want that. I don't want to see Garbage anymore. Garbage isn't a person, all right? I swear he's a fucking AI troll. Like, it just doesn't exist. No, bro, Mystic Mine needs to be back at 3. Now, starting with this post, the reason why I made it, here's the topic of today. I'm gonna like go through this, and because, you know, I made the post, all right, I don't want to end with a bang, all right? But there's another post made by Chloe, which was actually pretty topical to what was happening at the time. So I'll read that one as well. And then in between those 2 posts, I might as well have a look at what the current state of the Yu-Gi-Oh! Steam discussions are. Again, don't know what happened in the last like week or so, but I'm sure it's gonna be fantastic. I say week because it's only been like 3 or 4 days. Anyway, the reason why I was curious about respecting your opponent is in the anime. I know, I just finished watching GX, so I say finished, I'm like nearly at season 4. Basically, Zane keeps bringing up the fact of like respecting your opponent. Even in like Tag Force, he's like, you gotta respect your opponent, mate. You gotta show your opponent respect. I'm like, what does that mean, Zane? Like, what does it mean to respect your opponent? You can't just say this and not have like a way to respect your opponent, because like there's so many different ways to interpret what you would consider respecting your opponent. And like in terms of Yu-Gi-Oh, like, does it mean like Kaiser, your Hell Kaiser? Does it mean like giving your opponent a chance to play? Does it mean like not destroying their cards? Does it mean not using like cheesy effects? Does it mean just like playing to your best ability? What I have gathered from this thread, by the way, is, well, there's two major outcomes, and it's kind of crazy. Not using Fiendsmith. Yeah, that'll do it, KBJ. That'll do it. The two major outcomes was A, like your opponent letting you play seems pretty respectful, and like, sure, okay. The other one, which makes more sense, is both players play to the best of their ability with the deck that they have. That's like, that's good. Like, if you don't just surrender and like on the first turn, yeah, you know, that's fair, that's respectful, all right? Because I think it gets brought up at some point in this where, and I'm spoiling the thread for you, but like, you set up your board and then it's your opponent's job to kind of play around that board, and if they don't do it and they just quit, well, that's cool, I guess. Like, all right. Labyrinth Goblin Pawn? Oh, hell yeah. I still haven't used that fucking Dogmatica deck, and I probably should learn how to use it before Saturday, because K-Trix wants to do another like thing. Oh my god, Julie, you gonna tell me to join you on Discord? Oh, hell yeah. Hell yeah. Please tell me how I can follow you on Discord, please. Oh, I'm great. Hell yeah. I will totally say yes to your art. Thanks. Anyway, respecting your opponent. This is just a topic I've seen used around from time to time, and I'm curious what people define as respecting your opponent. Many people seem to have different opinions on what respect in Yu-Gi-Oh means. For example, it could be something like not playing during your opponent's turn. Oh, I forgot to mention that, yeah. People are very disgusted at like Labyrinth and Melfi's, for example, where it's like, just let me play my fucking card, bro. And you can't do it because like you fucking... I want to see the UI. It does. I don't think it looks great. Hang on, how do I even show you what the fuck? Hold on, I think I have my channel here somewhere. I'll be totally honest. I on the other tab, I don't have Kick actually open. Okay, I don't have it open. All right. Hang on. Here you go. Here's the Kick link if you want to go follow me on Kick. I don't even have like notifications on Kick, by the way. Kindly add you. What if I like forcefully add you, Julia? What if I like forcefully add you on Discord? Is there a difference? I've got rated on Kick. You need to open it. There is no chance in hell I would get rated on Kick. All right, who the fuck is watching me on Kick? All right. Bro, get your ass over here. Spit on rectums? Hell yeah. I'm glad you're not a Kick viewer. Thank God. Anyway. It's fucking hell, is that right? Yeah, not playing during your opponent's turn is another one.
Did you know that in terms of male,
oh my god, in terms of human people, what? No way.
This chat member probably said some unhinged stuff. It may be worth looking back
Fist
through the
that
logs and
rectum.
seeing what's said to determine if a ban is needed.
Hell yeah. Love me some fisting. Anyway, back to the topic at hand. Fucking... yeah, a lot of people don't like when you're part like there are decks based around it, which is why I find it very odd that this is a complaint that people have. Because after knowing like what Labyrinth does, like this is what changed my mind about it, was because yeah, I like, oh, I fucking hate Labyrinth playing through my turn. But no, it makes sense because the whole gimmick is to play through your turn. That's the whole point of the fucking deck, is that you're going into the Labyrinth and you have to dodge all the traps. I was like, oh, okay, that's kind of neat, actually. I don't know what Melfi's have to do. Like, I don't know why their whole gimmick is like, oh, when your opponent like does a thing, this card fucks off and another one comes out. I don't understand Melfi's. Alright. It's gooning? Oh yeah, fair. They got the balloon lady. That makes sense. Anyway. Not negating their cards, not using board. Oh, that's another one too. Not using board hypereffects. A lot of people hate, like, I know the Deathseer brought this up a few times, alright? Where, like, there are cheesy gimmick cards, like, evenly matched and Raigeki and things. And it's like, you know, those are, you know, not respectful, alright? To just clear the board. And it's like, you know, sometimes you just want to clear the fucking board, alright? Loses to itself. Is it, like... Well, I'm not even interested in the archetype. I was about to say, like, is it good? Nah, I don't want to know. Not using hand traps. Not attempting to stop your opponent during their combo, and so on. I'm just interested to know what you consider respectful and whether or not you attempt to respect your opponent during ranked gameplay. I don't give a shit if people respect their opponent during friend duels. Of course everybody does that, right?
I'm going to activate Raigeki on the stream itself.
Holy shit. Buttersnuff's gonna give me a power outage. I saw an alt art, by the way, for Raigeki, and it's like some, I think it's Slifer or something. It's some dragon, like, breathing the lightning down. Like, that's what it's supposed to be. I'm like, what the fuck? I've never seen that before. I don't even know what monster that is on the Raigeki card. But it's pretty cool. It's shit. Alright, fair enough. Fair enough. Looks sick, yeah. Is it supposed to be Slifer? Because I don't know any other, like, red dragons that would breathe lightning like that. Slifer? Oh, I mean Osiris. Sorry, Osiris. Nah, I don't know if that's what it is. What is it, Buttersnuffs? Hold on, I'm gonna look it up right now. No, it is Slifer? It is! I'm looking it up, alright? I'm fucking looking it up. Hang on, I'll put this on the other thingy just so you guys can see it. There it is. Is that Slifer? Is it? Oh yeah, it does look pretty Slifer-y. I'd believe it. Damn, no wonder why Raigeki's pretty overpowered. What is Harpy's Feather Duster then? Like an obelisk card? Oh, that's the post I'll be ending with, by the way. I can't wait. That's Osiris, yes. Ah, yeah, gotcha, Osiris. Understandable. Slifer with his wings out like that. What if it was the fucking Phantasmal Beast, alright? What if it was Oriya, okay? Anyway, sorry, yeah, okay. The thing with ranked gameplay is somebody like Garbage, for example, talks about respecting their opponent. I know for a fact Garbage does not play with friends, okay? So when he's talking about respecting, is he respecting somebody in like a duel cup? Or like just events or ranked gameplay? How do you respect somebody you're never gonna see again in your life? Okay, and especially when they will not be respecting you. All right, why would you care? Why would you even like give an iota of a care or of a fuck for something like that? It's absurd. Maybe I'm just cynical. I don't know. Maybe it's more fun if you like actually, you know, do this stuff in ranked gameplay. Who knows? Like, don't use hand traps. More humanoid than the Egyptian gods. I mean, I know... No, because Obelisk is like that. Hamon... I guess Hamon's kind of like that. I'm lost what the topic is now. A little high, fair enough, Buttersnuffs. Basically, I want to know if people respect their opponent or not, and I want to know if they do it in ranked gameplay. And what would they consider to be respectful? Don't know why you would respect somebody you're planning on sending to the Shadow Realm. Maybe you could respect the cards they use, but then again, those are just getting their souls completely destroyed as well. So, can't really respect those either. I mean, that's fair. What did bro mean by this? Well, the point sort of comes clear eventually. When it comes to Master Duel, particularly, it's really just things like not playing a self-TK deck. Because you're only wasting my time at that point. Same goes for people roping. As far as using certain cards as strategy, nah, it's all fair game. That's another topic that came up a little bit as well, is comboing when you have lethal and then continuously like comboing. But some people have different opinions on that, whether they're doing it for dailies, so just it's fine, let them do it because they need to get the dailies done. Some people are like, nah, that's BM, that's fucking bullshit, and like, shouldn't be doing that, it's pretty disrespectful. So, there's two sides of the spectrum on like, what would you consider especially if like, your opponent's got one card in their hand, you probably should make Apollousa just so you don't get battle faded or something. Like, it can happen. It can definitely happen. This fucking guy. So, this is one of the guys that just kind of pissed me off from the thread, by the way. If you're wondering, this is the guy's name. Apparently, it's just called Goes or whatever. There's like some other, you know, consonants in the middle of his name that make no fucking sense. I don't know how you're supposed to pronounce this. I don't know if it's like a Yu-Gi-Oh card or whatever. Just scoop anyways. But that's the other thing too, Buttersnuffs. Like, scooping before the final blow, is that disrespectful? Scooping before you even like have a go, is that disrespectful? Like, what? Where is the line drawn? Okay. Anyway, Konami ruined this game by providing cheats. There are no more rules of turns and creative strategies, but a show of dirty people cheating using YouTube cheats. So yeah, this guy, he took some drugs before actually coming to the forums. He did this in like every single thread that was active at the time. In fact, he made like 5 of his own fucking threads at the time too. Like, I don't like this guy. I genuinely don't like this guy. So what if I used a YouTube video to know if my deck works or not? Like, yeah, of course. What are you talking about? What? Something cool or not? Oh, yeah, fair enough, fair enough. Because I think, what was it? There's been a few times where, like, your field is set up to the point where you have the chance to bring out this really cool, like, meme card, for example, and, like, your opponent can't stop you from bringing it out. Would you make the funny meme card, or would you just attack for game? Like, I guess it just depends on if you want to just, you know, do something funny or just end the duel. Anyway, thanks, bro.
Any deck I create, don't use hand traps and negating effects. I don't invade the opponent's turn.
I mean, this is just, again, I want to know what deck he has, because he's never said what deck he uses, but, like, this brings into play the first thing I mentioned, was like, do you use hand traps? Is that respectful or not? I'm like, I don't know, man. I don't know.
The idea of the original game is to face each other in turns, create unique and intelligent decks, not abuse search deck and quick effects, and not win only in one turn, locking the opponent and preventing him from starting to play.
That's what we call in the business a skill issue, my guy.
Konami ruined the game. Konami practically only does archetypes focused on cheating.
Motherfucker, do you just type archetypes but differently? What the fuck is that? What the fuck is that?
RQ tippies and dirty link cards.
Why'd you spell it right the first time?
Many people abandoned this game. Only they're dirty people, like how this game has become.
Magical Slime is yeah, KBJ. Fucking Karibo being added to the game was a downward spiral from that point. Karibo, dude. What was Konami thinking making a hand trap like that? Fucking hell. It's a regional dialect. Oh yeah? What region? Discover Go. I'll have to say archetypes like this from now on. I'll keep that in my mind. What's funny is I don't know where this clan award came from, it wasn't me, but I actually kind of understand what Zephyr was saying here. I consider respecting your opponent to play a deck that's fair, and it doesn't revolve around completely shutting down your opponent nor summoning an unbreakable board. It doesn't have cheap tricks like hand traps like Ash Blossom or Maxi. I think I added like 15 extra likes in that sentence, which have 0 cost to them, and it doesn't exploit cards, not a part of the archetype because they happen to be generic. Oh, right, okay, maybe I didn't read the first part of what he said, actually. Arc the Sea, welcome to the stream as well. What's all this yapping? This yapping is about respecting your opponent in Yu-Gi-Oh! Alright, and like how my question was answered pretty heavily, where nobody has a direct example. Nobody has a unified, like, reason as to what they consider respect. Everybody Everybody says something different. So it's like, okay, nobody can generally agree on what's respectful or not. So there's just nobody cares. It's like, whatever. For example, when playing with my friends, I don't use the decks I have that they hate playing against, because it's unfair to them. When they just want a friendly duel, there's respecting your opponent's time, and there's respecting your opponent as another player. Nobody wants to sit through 20 summons in a single turn, nor being able to do anything because their cards were milled. Or, there's 3 different floodgates on the field.
Hi. Welcome to
Hi.
my Google Air. On today's menu, mint flavored gravy. Huh? You were expecting something more? Holy shit, what more do you want? How much of a dumbass are you? What's your secret? I needed to know what you're cooking. Thanks for cooking with us, Tony Fucker, today. Thanks for cooking with us today.
Oh my god, Minecraft Mario. Welcome to the stream, by the way. Ghost Circuit and Ghost Spelled. It's like the whole opening hand is just nothing but fucking hand traps. Holy shit. Today, the field. Also, this is interesting that his opinion is he doesn't like stun, which is funny considering there's a guy later on in this thread who's like, nah, I fucking love stun, bro. I respect my opponent's time, okay? It's redacted like that, it's redacted like that ruins not just Yu-Gi-Oh, but games in general. And I've had more fun playing a casual game with the Arcfiend deck I homebrewed than I've ever had in Ranked. As for respecting my opponent in Ranked play, no, not at all. Everyone in Ranked is playing the most annoying redacted they can in order to win. Well, I mean, it's a competitive game, my brother in Christ. That's what happens. And while I'll never stoop as low as to throwing Asher Maxi in my decks, I'm going to do everything I can to shut them down before they do the same to me. Alright, fair. When you see gameplay, Arc the Sea, you're in the wrong stream, unfortunately. There is no gameplay here, at least not today. Maybe one day. I do want to do some more Plat 5 bullshit, because fucking... Say Arcfiend? Yeah, he made an Arcfiend deck. I actually, one of these days, I don't know when, probably whenever K-Trix decides to like, hey guys, let's do a random, like a chance deck-based tournament, then I'll probably make an Arcfiend deck based on dice rolls. Because, I have been, ever since seeing the Link monster, there's like a Link Arcfiend that also has a dice-based system, like the old Arcfiends. I'm like, that's pretty cool. I can make a dice deck. I want to try that. Is actually peak. It might be. It might be Buttersnuffs. I mean, does Ubel count as a, you know, as an Arcfiend?
Hey guys, did you know that in terms of male human and female
Oh, that's the
Pokemon
reason,
breeding,
Oxy.
this chat
That's-
member probably
that's the
said
reason.
some unhinged stuff. It may be worth
The point for the
looking
cheap
back
one
through
is
the
to
logs
bait
and
out the
seeing what's
bots.
said to
It's because the
determine
bots
if a
can't
band is
afford
needed.
the 500 one. So the expensive one is the actual TTS. I could do barely something. We're reaching part 28. So another reason why I'm sort of ending the Steam discussion readings is not only have I not played a fucking video game in like weeks, I'm up to part 27. Like, I was looking back through this, I was like highlighting them, I'm like, man, I did so many streams that were like 5 hours long just reading this fucking bullshit. Like, Jesus Christ. Oh my god. Anyway. Shut down other things anyway. Okay, yeah. Other words, win the coin flip, bro. Anyway, here's garbage. I fucking hate garbage.
Respecting your opponent is ending your turn swiftly and not comboing forever into unbreakable boards.
Yeah.
Bots are broke ass bitches FR. Mind blown.
Ass bitches was not allowed, Minecraft Mario, right? just so you're aware. Can't say ass bitches. That's true. Some people coming in here saying the fucking N-word. Wasn't the first time, though. Anyway, it makes sense. The reason why I specified ranked is because I doubt anyone would ever respect somebody in ranked, as you'd never see that person again. And they'd most likely not be following the same etiquette you'd be using. Nor would they even consider your deck to be any different from the other thousands of players. I don't know who this person is. They're just here, I guess.
Buttersnuffs. Always trusting
Oh,
in
God.
the classics. Huh? I share your sentiments.
Wait.
N64 games are like a timeless love affair you just can't shake off.
Oh, yeah,
Isn't
of course.
that right,
They're
my
great.
sweet master?
Yeah, Paper Mario is the best. Paper Mario 64 specifically. Anyway, I don't mind if my opponent is playing the most oppressive or anti-fun decks. After all, this is a competitive game. But, for the love of God, if you have game on board, don't start comboing for another 2 minutes. I think this is being respectful because the other player is probably doing dailies and hasn't surrendered for this reason.
I think it says a lot that Konami can't make the game pure fun anymore.
Garbage, we have different opinions on the word fun, my guy. This is obviously a matchup and or meta dependent. If Burn has a card in hand, it would be...
While listening to this.
Wait, the Shark Girl in Zenless? What the fuck is Zenless? Okay, bitch, are you playing hentai games? If Burn has a card in hand, it would be Mahama, and you need a negate. Same case for a Battle Fader, like, cards are popular. I mean, that's fair. Oh god, Sillon. Sillon has a lot. Sillon has a lot of things to say. Usually, what people mean when they are talking about respect is being allowed to play cards and participate in the game they choose to sit down and play, which, bluntly, is not how Yu-Gi-Oh! Is designed to operate on even a most basic level, going all the way back to the classic days of 2004 and earlier. This is true. Like, I mean, Mirror Force literally is a fucking board wipe, and you can just use that whenever the fuck you feel like. Rat Girl is hotters. What? Mahama? I think that's the, is that the burn card where it's like, well, it's the anti-burn card, isn't it? Or I think probably got something different, because I know there's a card you just discard and you don't take any burn damage for like the rest of the turn. I know it was used in a lot of burn decks. Well, not in burn decks, but during burn events. I think that's what it is. Unless Azurai would like to enlighten me on what Mahama actually is.
Hey guys, did you know that in terms of male human and female Pokemon breeding,
Any deck designed with a
this
basic level of
probably said
competence,
some unhinged
even
stuff.
ancient and
It
joke
may be
decks like
worth
Arcana
looking
Force or
back through the
Claudians
logs
is
and
capable
seeing
of
what's said
establishing
to
an
determine
OTK
if a ban is
within
needed.
3 to 5 turns at most. And therefore, you are heavily incentivized to do anything you can to prevent them from establishing that OTK. This is very true. This is something, whenever Yugi boomers talk about like, oh man, the game was so good back in the day, I don't think those Yugi boomers actually played competitively back in the day. It's kind of nuts. The best way to prevent an OTK from being established has always been through the use of floodgates and negations to cripple your opponent's deck, and prevent them from doing anything with their cards. In a competitive game, the best available tools for a given format or rule set are the ones that will see use, which brings us directly and inevitably to the modern day game. There are no disrespectful cards being played in today's game, end of story. Damn bro, truer words had never been fucking said. The game was designed to be the way it is. Sorry. The game was designed to be the way it is deliberately. No one will seriously argue that the game is in a good place or is in any way balanced. But it is that way intentionally. Yu-Gi-Oh! Is not a fair game and never was. So trying to force ideals about respectful play is largely a fool's errand. You only end up handicapping yourself and making your own experience miserable in trying to play fair. I wish, I don't know how many people actually saw this post, but like, this is the kind of shit I would like the Yugi boomers to see. But, I mean, at the same time, judging by the other post that I'm about to read, well, not tonight, but, well, tonight, but not right now. Somebody would just look at this and be like, that's too many words, I'm not reading it. And it's like, okay, alright. To me, respecting an opponent is playing the game as intended and establishing at least the bare minimum level of sportsmanship. No cheating, no exploits, and no blaming my opponent or ally. Oh, Clell, welcome to the stream as well. Clell, I hope you like, Yu-Gi-Oh! It's a lot of Yu-Gi-Oh! Discussions tonight. On the damage you took. Oh, I see, KPJ. Fair enough, fair enough. Or ally, if what they are doing is fair by the game standards, and they are genuinely in their effort to play the game and improve. Don't hate the player, hate the game is a phrase I often think about. Same as the do unto others. Can you ban me? Azora, I don't know if I should do that. But, I mean, Buttersnuffs has the sword. He can do it for you. Try to convince him. I don't mind if my opponent needs time to think, just like in team-based games. I'm not gonna mind if a teammate is not doing so well. Sure, I might be upset over it, but I can understand that at one point, I too was them. If I win, cool. If I lose, I take it with a grain of salt and move on to the next one, cause I'm getting too old to be concerned about trivial things like that. What I do may not seem fair to some people, just like what others do, I may not think is fair, but there should be an understanding that we are allowed to use the tools that are available to us, and I can add those tools to my arsenal or play something else in the meantime. If I find things are no longer fun for me, or if putting in the effort to have fun is too much.
Non-binary.
Oh my god, you've done it, Buttersnuffs. You've done it. Non-binary? This is pretty ridiculous. Disrespect. Use actual cheats, like having the opponent's face down cards revealed. Use bots. Keep comboing despite having won already. Wait out the timer. Talk smack despite playing a meta deck. This one's pretty funny. There was somebody on Reddit, I don't remember the post now, but they were like, bro, what do I do in the situation? And they're like playing Cashteras. I'm like, you're playing fucking Cashteras. What are you talking about? You just put down the fucking Fenrir and you win. What do you mean? Although, this might be controversial, but at the 10-minute mark of non-stop comboing, I'd also start calling it disrespectful as the opponent's time is getting wasted. Possibly in the hope of a surrender. I actually don't know if Cyber's being legit here. Actually, this might be a different person. I know somebody else has the same profile pic. I don't know if it's the same person or not. But like, why do you say the 10-minute mark, man? The game doesn't go for that long. It never has. There does someone counted in a Buru. Oh, thank fuck. Thank fuck. That's pretty good. Sorry, Zephyr. That's Yu-Gi-Oh! Stream of competitive games issue. Alright, Zephyr, I'm not gonna care about your responses anymore. I'm just looking for new things. Playing cards I don't like, disrespectful. Playing decks I don't like, disrespectful. Playing too slow, playing too long. Playing too fast, disrespectful. Must be cheating or a bot scripted. Like, this is... I fucking love G3, dude. Net decking, playing meta decks, playing hand traps, playing traps. Setting more than 2 cards per turn. Playing more than 2 cards per turn. Playing on my turn. Not letting me play on your turn. Destroying my cards, negating my cards, banishing my cards. Playing cheating cards like evenly matched. Disrespectful. Nothing even about that card. Pure cheats. Playing synchros, playing XYZ, playing pendulums, playing links, playing cheater rituals like Megalith, Necros, and Bakanko, playing cheater fusions like Branded, using my card to summon your own monster, messing with my graveyard, messing with my extra deck. All of that's disrespectful. That's understandable, alright? Alright, KBJ. What is this? I like how it has to say all the slashes. Is that real? Is that real? That's not real, right? That's fucking total bullshit. What? It's real? That's not real. That's not real. Hang on. It looks too, like, cheap. Are you sure? There's no way. Why does it have an animation? I guess it's a pretty popular card. Just launch the game and find out. You expect me to, like, use Zeus in the first, like, 5 minutes of playing Master Duel? I mean, yeah, alright. I'm not doing it now, alright? Is there also animation for Typhon's effect as well? Not that it's like anywhere near as like impactful. Put it in there like clip art. No, damn, fuck. Typhon shit, but it's the counter to Zeus, guys. It's the counter to Zeus. Also garbage, like... what's funny is a lot of this stuff is like what Garbage says, for example. And then, you know, Garbage's response.
I see you are deathly allergic to sincerity, as you are being too funny.
Nah, that's pretty accurate considering how much hyperbole and exaggerations you people vomit out. It's too real, mate. Shekels. There is very little you can do to respect or disrespect your opponent in a game that cuts off any form of communication. Real Yu-Gi-Oh! Is a very social game, and there you have many small ways to do both. Playing some stun deck or combo that just ends on a bunch of generic gates is annoying, but is fully allowed within the game, and they are within their rights to play a deck you don't like. Flaming the opponent for playing cards you don't like would be disrespectful, if the game gave you an option to do that. That leaves basically nothing. You can respect your opponent by, I don't know, making your plays fast and going straight to battle phase if you know you've won, but that can still buy you back. You can't really be disrespectful outside of breaking the actual rules, like by cheating or timer stalling. Man, I have seen a few timer stalls in my day. Hot diggity dog. Look, he's doing a high school project. Well, he just had to list every single possible way you can be disrespectful, alright? Every single way. Oh, sorry, that's why I made this post, because I'm curious about somebody like Garbage, for example, where, like, why do you care? It's a random PvP matchmaking system where you can't talk to your opponent. Why would you give a shit? Why? Everyone's playing to win, so playing, like, respectfully doesn't make any sense in matchmaking. It doesn't make any sense. There's no way she's gonna draw exactly that, but that is quite specific. I hope it works.
Sorry that people who have criticisms of the game are objectively more correct than people who defend it.
That's a hot take and a half. There it is. Already proving that you, in fact, don't understand how to use objective correctly.
All I'm hearing is wah 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 wah. I'm a whiny little virgin who has no life.
Caboose, that's who this guy
dear
is.
you,
All right, that's who
KBJ.
Garbage is,
What an
mate.
absurdly delightful request. I
Also
knew
can't
you had
believe
an
Sugar's
knack for
actually
bizarre.
drawing that.
Thank you for the amusement.
It better be good.
Walter White as Neocortex it is. Here you
Sugar,
go.
I'm bracing myself. I mean, that doesn't really look much like Walter White, but I like the W on the forehead. That's fair. Sorry, here's G3. I sincerely hope you're just playing a character to just post bad takes and entertain this forum. I'd start to feel bad for you if this was real. I'm at the point now where I think Garbage is just like being a troll for the sake of being a troll, because he's adamantly like just shut down any form of like constructive argument and just been like, nah, combo decks are bad. Bro, like literally combo decks are bad. Again, I haven't checked the forum, so I don't know if he actually ever answered my question, but I wanted to ask him, like, what's a combo? Like, where do you draw the line? What's considered a serious combo? Because, maybe, yeah, vomiting your whole extra deck, that's a combo. Maybe you don't like that. Maybe you don't like, I don't know, fucking using Neos Fusion or something, and then, like, attacking and then using Neos Fusion to, like, banish itself. It's like, whoa, alright. Is that a combo? I don't know. Maybe it is. Fuck. Opponent feels about it. There's, I saw this in the Yu-Gi-Oh! Omega thing, but I'm surprised that game has like a chat for matchmaking and stuff. It's pretty neat, but I wonder why you would want to talk to your opponent. I've never been put in a situation where it's like, well, what do I say? What should I ask my opponent, you know? What is the real combo? Jesus. Yo, I like my Cloudian combo. It's like 2 cards. It's great. So you say racial slurs? Alright, that's fair. Fair. Sorry.
Well, I used it correctly there, against you! Don't tell me you can't see that.
Again, no, you didn't, because there are different opinions to be had here. You can't just use the word objective. It's quite subjective. But go for it.
I usually shout racial slurs on Omega, said by Samu.
I mean, Caboose, where else am I going to use the racial slurs I've been building up, alright? I gotta have an outlet for it. Oh, this is the thing I was curious about. This Rice Krispies fella is banned. I don't know how or why they got banned, because I didn't see it. But, like, they seemed kind of alright, I think. I'm not sure. Maybe they just got a little mad and said something too much to, like, Garbage or something, but who knows.
Star, clownfish weighing 0.17 kilograms worth.
That's so bad.
You now have 9.
Well, considering the alternative is considering the alternative is what you consider to be correct and funny, I am comfortable having the best takes on the board. Thanks. You should start feeling bad for yourself. Your career in stand-up is DOA.
I fucking hate this cunt. If you're going to send me to the Shadow Realm, please do it as quickly as possible. Thank you. It's like, that's fair. Not alright. Understandable. Guy's clicking as fast as he can. He can do it, Crispies. You can do it. Again, I don't know how they got banned, but alright. I swear, some people wouldn't last a week playing Lost Saga. Well, remember everyone? Even a broken clock is right twice a day. At the end of the day, if someone repeats that they are right enough times, it may come true. Maybe not today though, but remember, we are on the topic of respect. Indeed. Oh, Caboose, I don't know if you saw the cringe lord who posted this fucking thread, by the way. But just so you're aware, Caboose, it was indeed me. I was the guy that started this bullshit. All right. just so you know. But it's not, if you click too fast, you'd be considered a bot and you'd be cheating. So don't do that. Don't click too fast. All right. You got to click reasonably fast. Don't end your turns too quick. All right. Then they might know. They might get something. Not surprising me. I want to know what people consider respectful. All right. I just want to know. Apparently, I didn't get a straight answer, so I still don't know. But all right. It's the true lol cow. I'm farming my milk right now. Anyway, for me, it's hang on. Who is this guy again? Oh, of course it's this fuck. For me, it's mainly about time. I don't want them to waste time. Sorry, I don't want them to waste mine, so I do my best to not waste theirs. I try to finish my turns under 30 seconds. And will to go for under 30 seconds and will to go for the kill when the opportunity presents itself. If I had a mission that is about activating X spell cards, I wouldn't do it when it's not necessary to finish the game faster. Alright, I've got a fucking badass, okay. I also try to summon stuff appropriate.
Imagine trying to get a straight answer out of this community. They couldn't agree on something like a transgender person with short-term memory loss.
Oh, that's a fair point, Caboose. It's because like there's two sides to this community. You have the, well, I want to say like normal people, all right, they can have a genuine discussion, and then you have like all of the shitters that just come in for like 2 seconds, post some absolute baseless hot take like the game is dying, and then just fuck off and never to be seen again. Like, all right. Great, thanks for the input, appreciate it. Is he fucking speedrunning? I don't know.
There are 2 wolves in this community.
2 wolves, oh my goodness. Anyway, I also try to summon stuff that is appropriate to the power level of their deck to keep the game somehow competitive. Say they are playing Dark Magician and I play Trap Tricks. Rafflesia. Okay, I've not played Trap Tricks. I'm assuming that's the XYZ or one of the XYZs. Is sitting that one, sorry. Rafflesia is sitting that one out. And I have to go with Sarah Pass. And I guess someone related to power levels. I try to keep my decks thematically consistent. How do you like how do you compare Dark Magicians to Trap Tricks though? Like, so unless I'm playing zombies, there is no Ash. But this generally seems more about me than about them. And yeah, obviously this goes for random people in ranked too, not just friends. I don't care if I never see, sorry, I don't care if I get to see, sorry. I don't care if I never get to see them again. It's no excuse to be a redacted, you know, a shitter. Like, it's fine, mate. It's honestly fine. Leslie Boobo. Nothing wrong with this. How do you, the only thing I'm curious about is how do you determine what's, you know, an appropriate power level for what you're playing? It's like an anime hero. He's the anime protagonist of Master Duel, Clell. He's the one. There was, oh man, I missed seeing Gridora's posts talking about like how, you know, I'm the anime protagonist who's allowed to use Melodious. Nobody else in the world can use Melodious cards. It's fucking ridiculous. It's my deck. It's my deck. I applaud your restraint. I play on the grounds that my opponent is most likely not going to hold back, so neither should I. I can't predict what my opponent is playing when I'm setting up turn 1. I could think they were playing Buster Blader and get jump scared when I see them play Branded Fusion. True story. Without a chat feature, I can only account for so much, but I do try to finish matches quickly. Even if I'm just playing for missions, I only do what I need to in order to win without worrying about them and move on.
Buttersnuffs.
I only get 3 a day. I only get 3 a day anyway, so if I can complete 5, I can take it easy and complete the rest another day. No one cares about victory laps. Do what you feel is necessary to close out the game and get it over with. Wait.
Here you go.
confident, like, that's a confident grin, Sugar? Are you sure? The guy just aggressively set 2 cards and passed. What the hell is that? What? He's waiting for his opponent's turn and just gonna play a card, get board wiped. How did he settle those? At turn 1, you could do so much, Buttersnuffs. You could do so much. I firmly consider anyone talking about respecting opponents in ranked is to be whining about the game not being the way they like, meta, etc. I don't have any sort of communication in ranked, so I can't really respect or disrespect them in any meaningful way. I think this was brought up at some point in this thread, but like using no, it's not Final Destiny, it's Destiny board to like spell out a word. Possible, you could do it. You can use your pendulum scales for other letters as well, apparently. Anyway, naturally in duel rooms, I can do that. I tend to avoid whatever is good right now because that's usually why we're in a duel room, for a break. Mimighoul. Goddamn. It's Sirs again. On turn 1, it's pretty much a gamble for sure. I kinda go by their hand trap use and or lack of it. Like with Snake Eyes, I usually just go for Flame Burge Field Spell as the end board. But if they used Ash and Imperm, I'm going further with Princess and Whale. Doesn't feel like an overkill. If they dare interrupt my turn, I'm going to go full gas, alright? Bring out my total end board. They can't stop me. Of course, it ended up biting me in the ass a few times, once with Buster Blader 2, and sometimes branded variants with, Blue Eyes. Most weird was probably someone who seemed to have exclusively Dark Magician cards, but ended up using them as fodder for Kashtira on turn 3. Since they did have a lot of Dark Magician cards, it ended up reasonably easy anyways. Okay, Jesus. Also, what an interesting deck. I'm sure there's somebody out there who's gonna combine a Dark Magician and Blue Eyes, because I mean, someone's probably already done it. It's like combining Elemental Heroes and Neospatians. Like, it can be done. It can be done, but should it be done is a better question. Should it? Here's the true villain. I'm just looking at them levels. It's just level 7. That's all he needs is a level 7. The moment he slided. Buttersnuffs, I have no idea. I have no idea. Maybe he just doesn't want to, like, go too hard on, like, a synchro player or something, and then, like, you know, your opponent sets, like, junk synchron. Alright, well, maybe I shouldn't make Ablo Whale and, like, the whole Snake Eyes combo, you know? Maybe it shouldn't happen. Okay, I'm mainly here for, like, newer posts now. Follow the rules, that is all. There's a lot of posts on this thread, but we're getting close to the end. Ghost X. Players spam summons, even if I only have 100 life points. Doing BM before the final blow, but Floodgates, I don't know, man. I feel like that gives me the impression that this game doesn't know about the word respect. Sillon's post from before is a good example of, like, the thing you should read before posting this. There's no such thing as respect, but alright. That's cool, Ghost, that's cool. Look at my hand. I'm playing tier 1 because I have no hands. Respect the people with problems. I don't know what that means. I don't know what that means. I still don't know how to take Harold's opinions. They're like on both sides of the spectrum, but anyway. Trap cards have existed forever, so I don't invade the opponent's turn was never a thing. Even Yami Yugi had no shortage of interruptions in his deck. Yeah, Karibo, Magic Cylinder, Mirror Force, like my goodness. Taking little times as possible. Oh, this is the last one, thank God. Naruto. The idea of respect being not using meta game mechanics sounds borderline retarded to me as an opinion. You said the R word on the Steam discussions. To me, as an opinion for people to have. However, I do think more respect would be nice. Like, you know, some people in card games roping and stuff. Like, the term roping is just such an interesting phrase for it. Card games roping and stuff, and it just kind of feels salty and all that redacted. unnecessary stuff that wastes your own time and doesn't consider others because you're choosing to be an ass over not getting your way. Ain't gonna say they shouldn't be banned, because how does one properly prove intent over what could just be reasonably explained as someone thinking things through or something? But yeah, in some ways, there are people who could be more cautious of how they deal with other players sometimes. Lol. Okay. Thank you, Naruto. Now to get into the hot stuff. So that's just the post that I made. Now to see what the fresh posts out of the oven are, because I haven't seen what the front page looks like. I know I've read some. There's more, so I haven't kept up with them in the past couple of days. But I have read a few, and I'm curious because I did have a quick squiz. Some of the ones I did see are still up here, like this one, for example, is still on the first page. How? So of course I'm gonna have a look at that. Deathseer hasn't posted. I don't think he has. He's been playing No Man's Sky for some reason. I'm glad that we're friends now, so I can see what he's doing. But yeah, he's been playing No Man's Sky lately. Which, same actually, although I've been playing it on the Switch. Some of the usual bad eggs. Buttersnuff, that's pretty good. Because there was a point where I thought it just evolved into like garbage nonsense, because Garbage kept posting like stun bullshit, and I was like, man, I'm trying to have like a discussion here about respect, but whatever, it's fine. Anyway, I think I have read that actually. I think. Oh god, this cunt. All right, I swear to God. Voiceless voice. Oh hey. We'll get to learn about voiceless voice. This guy is serious, make another post? Oh my god. I thought you played Kashtira and Horus. Why are you playing Yubel now suddenly? Alright. You guys complain too much. This is an old post. How did this get resurrected? Say old. It's only like a month old. Okay, hold on. New pack. I haven't loaded up the game, so I don't know what the new pack is, by the way. If Voiceless Voice is in there, I haven't seen it. Oh, Buttersnuffs, it's more than that. I've got like, hold on. So the season 1 recap of my friends list since starting this whole thing is I've got Arters is here. Deathsea is here. I got Enclosure, that guy. Who is the other one? Chloe's on this list now too, though Chloe's not really a lol cow. Chedley Zebi is on this list, who was another interesting person. Gridor is on here, of course. Caboose the Goose, that fucking meme lord is on here for some reason. I don't know how that happened. Papa Shekels is here. Is there some... Oh yeah, Zephyr is here too. Zephyr is also on this list. There are still friend requests that have not been accepted. I did send one to Garbage, but Garbage declined it almost immediately and then called me out being like, please don't friend request me, alright? Which is why I assume he's on a burner account. Which is why I think he's just making these like dumb shit posts and doesn't actually have a profile. Because I don't think he uses the profile for anything other than shit posting. So, that's what I assume is Garbage's whole shtick. The lol cow whisperer. I have such a big friends list now. Thanks to everybody in this community. It's great. Sorry, hold on. Cool art, mediocre, or worst decks. What? Maybe. Hang on. Infuriating or boring? Okay, this sounds like a hot take. People are still posting their fucking community code. Oh my god. And these are new. These are new too. They don't just like resurrect the old ones. Wait, hang on. Using cheats or what? Oh! That's right. Wait, Ghost X. He was the guy from the other list as well. This one's interesting because he actually did, I didn't read this on stream, but he did post a fucking like, like, you know, a way to cheat in Master Duel, and it's like, should you be posting that on the Steam discussions? But alright. Hold on. I haven't seen that one yet. Dress is legal in Master Duel. I haven't seen it used all that much. Because I guess reasoning is better depending on what you have in your deck. Really surfing right now. Doing one final surf as the season finale. One final surf. Linking problem. Oh, okay. I thought it was like a link thingy problem. Oh, I don't know if I read this. I think it's very funny though, especially after playing Ubel so much. Lagging. Oh, okay. Poor guy. Wait, if a link monster is, sorry, a link monster's arrow left or right is placed in the extra monster zone, is it counted as putting the other extra no, it's not. What? No, bro, no. There's the empty spaces left and right. Colt Grundy, welcome to the stream as well. So we're doing pretty good. Already read the respecting post. This cool post. Thanks, unknown samurai. What a nice post. Servers are dead. Unban instead of ban. Oh, was this the no, maybe? I don't know if I actually have read this one on stream. I don't think I have. No, because the 4th of August, I've not read this.
Well, aren't you just a ray of sunshine, buttersnuffs, dear viewer? From the bottom of my heart, I welcome you to our grand
some of these posts, by the way, you may have noticed a couple of locked ones.
Snug as a bug in this deranged jug. Are you all excited to dive deeper down the rabbit hole?
The rabbit hole, fuck. I don't know who's doing it, but occasionally somebody will just resurrect a fucking old as fuck post from like, you know, 2022 or something like that. And then it comes up to the surface. Somebody else comments on it, like this one, for example. Somebody would say some blasphemous bullshit. And then not only does it get locked, the recent posts get banned. I'm like, why does that happen? Why the fuck? Because I saw that happen with Garbage and Zephyr having a conversation on a resurrected thread. But then, a day later, the thread gets locked and their comments all get deleted. And I was like, they were having a good discussion, alright? And it's all gone. Like, fuck. Oh, this is the counter to, I probably should read this too, actually. Because, who was it? Yeah, you may notice the ban list wish list versus the wish list ban list. Because G3 is just that kind of guy. Oh yeah, and then of course all the... I mean, it's bait. It's bait, but I'll fucking read it, why not? I think that's mainly about it. So many people dislike the servers. How do I counter this annoying deck? Imagine not running any negates. Way too much time on their hands. This Go's guy, Go just it's fucking named it, I swear to God. I personally don't like them. Thankfully, they seem to be quiet for now, but I don't know if their stuff is in the recent lists. But like, no, thank God they're not. Oh, they might have actually gotten deleted. Hang on. No, there's another one. And there's the other ones. Okay, never mind. Yeah. So there was like a string of all of them at some point, and I was like, I don't want to fucking read any more of this, man. I just fucking hate reading this shit. That's why I stopped reading them for like a little while. But in case you're wondering, here's the ban list wish list. Now, again, this was posted on the 3rd of August. Garbage probably doesn't even play Master Duel, because otherwise he would know that some of these are on the ban list already and are limited in some aspects. But, you know, fucking, he doesn't know what's what anymore. But Baron, Beatrice, Borrowload, Link Creepo, Mathmech Circular, the Calamity, which, you know, is already banned, but sure, whatever, Flamebird, Sprite Elf, Tearlaments, and, oh, sorry, Kidkalos, and Transaction Rollback. These are incredibly unfair. Well, mainly specifically, like, fucking this one. Well, actually, the only ones I would agree with are maybe, like, the one that's already banned, probably? Like, I don't see an issue with the other ones. I mean, Mathmech Circular probably should be limited, I guess. Beatrice, I know, is going to get banned soon because of the whole, like, Fiendsmith shit. This is Master Duel. Like, isn't Kit Colors already limited to, like, 2 or 1 or something? Like, it's not banned, but, like, it's not a bad card. The transaction rollback shouldn't be limited. That's fine. Or banned, I should say. Fuck, these are like all banned. Limited, like, bro, you want to limit Phantom of Yubel as well? Opening the Spirit Gates? Bro, why? Why? Why would you ban these? Like, alright. Semi-limited. Oh, gotta love this guy. Yeah, bring back Runic Fountain, Skill Drain, all these floodgates. Hell yeah, mate. And this other floodgate too. Hell yeah, bro. Hell yeah. Flame Bow should be limited. This is the Sursga again. So it's the cool art, animation, and effects. King Calamity isn't an anime card. Feels right. Feels wrong to ban these. Fountain should stay limited. On the other hand, Runic is already way too toxic, and the Floodgate Champs would be fine at 3. Try again. Picking Calamity, which has already been banned, and suggesting Mystic Mine is too much. It breaks the immersion.
Well, I swore Calamity was still around. Breaks the immersion is kind of a weird statement to make when I'm kind of making meals and finishing them in due time by the time my opponent is done their first turn.
I find this hard to believe because in order to make your meal, unless you're making like, I don't know, 2-minute instant noodles, okay, you're not gonna be making a proper like, ooh, I want some chicken parmesan. Let me just do that real quick while my opponent is summoning King Calamity. Like, yeah, bro. Yeah? Fucking hell, cunt. And so, you wish to slow down duels even further with Mystic Mine. Time's a weird concern for somebody wanting to unban one of the most toxic floodgates the game has ever printed.
Mystic Mine was perfectly healthy for the game, and it was banned unfairly. There was no time in the game's history where it actually influenced the meta in such a warping way that it deserved a ban. You know what cards do that? Combo enablers like Fireball Dragon pre-errata.
I mean, that's why it got an errata, my guy. I don't know if you'd...
Those are the only kinds of cards which need the hit. The kind of floodgates which are ban-worthy are ones with either nigh impossible to out, Imperial Order, or the ones which can be activated after the opponent sets up a board, making the benefits entirely one-sided. Vanity's emptiness.
I know you really don't like combo players, but I have to ask you one thing. What do you consider... He didn't actually, like, respond to this, by the way, which is so sad, because I wanted him to. I want to know if this is considered a combo, and if your deck does more than one combo, is that bad? Is that bad? I don't know if it's bad. Actual, verifiable, referenceable gameplay history directly contradicts your claim. No amount of effort spent trying to push your narrative will change those facts, but do carry on.
Yet you didn't post any of it.
You'd not look anyway. Be real. You're far more invested in your narrative than any sensible argument. You want proof. Get it yourself. You can Google as well as I can. And, you know, this is where I was like, you know, I want to be kind of cool here. Let me jump in. Don't worry, Chief. I'll do the hard work for you because I'm such a nice guy. By an overwhelming margin, people are happy to wave goodbye to Mystic Mine. It is a card that was beloved in some strategies while completely shutting down many, many, many more. So I don't have... I didn't want to point to a YouTube video, alright? Because I know there are plenty of YouTube videos explaining like why Mystic Mine is banned in every format. I wanted to give him some actual stuff from Konami. And this is a post they made on their blog post for fucking one of the YCSs. I forget which one. Oh, yeah, fucking North America. Where Mystic Mine was allowed at the start and they were like, nah, we're gonna have a poll to ban it. And a lot of players said, nah, we're not gonna play with Mystic Mine because it requires so much bullshit. So they banned it preemptively. Anyway, the OP has spoken like a true stun player. It seems his wish list is to return Runic Stun to the toxic deck it once was. Considering the OP didn't even check to see if Calamity was already banned, that Snake Eye Ash is already limited, or that Beatrice has only seen niche play in Master Duel. It shows you how much thought he put into this post. For context, the reason Beatrice is hidden in the OCG and TCG is because of cards we don't have. Fiendsmith. P.S. The chance that any Yubel cards get hit in the immediate future is 0. Cards still in active selection packs never get hit unless they are pre-release hits. And also the deck isn't like as great as something like Snake Eyes. It's good. It's good. It's strong, but it's not like overpowered, at least depending on the version you're playing it anyway. Of course, Garbage has to have a response here.
There was nothing toxic about Runic Stun.
This is a loaded sentence. Okay, are you sure Are you sure? Because it seems like there was something pretty toxic about it.
There is no stun deck in the game, which is currently dominant. The three most dominant decks right now are Snake Eyes Fire King, Yubel, and Centurion. The Fiendsmith engine will boost some decks, but it will continue to make the most powerful decks even more powerful if they go unchecked, which is why I suggested what I did. Snake Eyes Ash could go to 0 for all I care, but I feel as if Flamebird is enough of a hit to that they can't build a board from an opening hand to a +9 advantage, really a +4 advantage. But at that point, it's more fair than it was, and still tier 1.
Oh, but you don't like combo decks, just fucking ban the cunt, mate. You just don't care anyway.
Well, I believe Beatrice needs the preemptive hit before Fiendsmith comes out. If anyone in the TCG or OCG, they'll know why.
If they'll play the TCG or OCG, yeah, sure, dude.
I admittedly felt as if I kept seeing Ash in every one of my games. And I was going to myself, hey, why is this so consistent? Guess I didn't pay attention to the most recent lists. And I can concede to that.
God, bro, I didn't check. You called me out. That's fair.
Did you know that in terms of male human and female Pokemon
Pokemon
breeding,
breeding?
member probably said some unhinged stuff.
Oh, spit on rectums. I wish I could. I wish I could. Unfortunately, I don't think I can. Here's the evidence, by the way, and he's like,
so, what are you gonna do now? Kill yourself? Because that's what I recommend.
I mean, maybe garbage. Maybe.
The wishes of combo players are hardly any concern. And if Mystic Mine were to come back, there is nary a deck in the top 5 which would main it. This I guarantee.
Yeah, because stun decks would main it, and then they'd become meta. Like, bro, what are you talking about? This is fucked up. Because, yeah, I don't think fucking tier elements are gonna... Well, actually, it depends, because it's basically the same equivalent as using, Secret Village of the Spellcasters, where it's a card you'd end on. Like, you'd set up your whole board. Oh, wait, no, you wouldn't do that. No, hang on. No, you want to have no monsters. I forgot. It's the opposite. You just have terraforming, all right? Put Mystic Mine in your hand, get Field Barrier, all right, and then put the 2 cards down, and you're untouchable. And that's it. And the only way to win is with burn damage. Limit Super Poly. Oh, I'm terribly sorry. I was under the impression you were speaking English. Let me run this through a translator. You didn't post any of it. I would like to see some evidence. The wishes of the combo players are hardly any concern. Ah, joke's on you. I don't believe in evidence. I don't even think he looked at the post, by the way. I don't think he gave a shit. This is the song I was trying to find the other day, by the way. There was somebody mentioned like, oh, you should play some clown music. This was the clown music I was thinking of. Holy shit, it's loud.
It breaks boards, which are normally unbreakable.
So you like Super Poly? What the fuck, cunt?
You posted irrelevant evidence, which wouldn't be indicative of today's game state. It was 2 years ago, my guy. Well, I see no reason to humor your evidence if it is insufficient. Well, I don't care how many combo players get mad if mine were to return. Combo players are needlessly spoiled rotten by Konami, and no other kind of player base has ever catered to as hard as them. Mystic Mine would be a good balancer for all of it, just to start the healing process.
Alright, that's enough of that. Master Duel is already behind the current game state by at least like about a year or so now, I think. I think it's about a year. Could be wrong though. The game state that Mystic Mine was banned in was I think like peak tier element format, which was about the time Master Duel came out. So I would say it's kind of relevant a little bit, you know? Just saying, but whatever. My list will see all floodgates banned, maybe even the negates. From there, it would just be about reducing the power of things that people think you need floodgates and negates for. Then we would play a lower powered format where your moves would be inputted, but they always happened. Wait, what? Oh, your moves would be interrupted, but they always happened. Okay. Cowboy Cookie. What the fuck kind of profile pic is that, my guy? Bait or mental illness? Mental illness for sure. They're a stun player.
Neither.
It's definitely one of them, my guy. Bidden Max C. Dude, he doesn't want actual input, alright? But do carry on. I mean, the part where it was rogue at best is true. Unfortunately, we don't have a sideboard in Master Duel, so otherwise bad cards that require completely different answers than the meta are a lot stronger than they are in Best of 3. Konami is aiming for a specific gameplay experience, and stuff like mine prevents that. The TCG needed a feature match where both players were drawing and passing for enough consecutive turns that they were discarding to hand size to notice it, but even they eventually got there. Gotta be one or the other. Gotta be one or the other to want one of the most obnoxious floodgates unlimited. It's barely even a floodgate, it's more of a stall card.
It doesn't matter. It was unfairly banned because combo players who never get the short end of the stick in Yu-Gi-Oh! Cried that they had to run a few extra backrow removal cards, which weren't reliant on monster effects to deal with it. It also didn't allow the player of it to extend into wild boards. Jesus Christ, I'm fucking losing it. One of the big issues that he's drawing at here is, I said drawing because it's on the top of my head, is he wants people to draw the out. A lot of players in today's modern game state don't want to have to rely on random chance to draw the out. They would rather craft, I know I mentioned this before, but they would rather craft the out. To be able to make something like SP Little Knight or Nightmare Phoenix to remove something from the back row that is interrupting their plays is far more viable than actually just having to rely on MST or Galaxy Cyclone or some bullshit like that you'd have to use like fucking, I don't know, triple tactics thrust to get to your hand or something like that. And even then it's like the only relevant card to be running is like Harpy's Feather Duster, just because it's a board clear for spell and traps. But certain there are certain decks that combat that. I don't know how many decks in the modern Yu-Gi-Oh meta actually do prevent that. I think Fire King does, because their spell card can negate destruction. Dark Magician, but I don't think, Dark Magician's like amazing, but they have a card that does that. Centurions do that as well, actually, because I think their synchro card.
Oh, how lovely. Dear viewer, Minimum Craft Mario,
That's a good
welcome to
Minecraft
the
Mario.
Chaos and Charm of Masters stream. We hope you enjoy your working. Don't
Yeah, Centurions
mind
stop
any
back row
random
destruction
outbursts.
because a lot of their
It's just
monsters
how
sit
we
in the
roll
back
around
row.
here.
Combo players need to stop being catered to for a multitude of reasons, and the first step to healing the game is making their gameplay a lot less viable.
This is why I wish he answered my question as to what he considers a combo. Because, like, you can't be saying that the most basic card chaining is a combo, alright? Like, what? The example I provided was, like, what if in your opponent's battle phase, you use Flute or Summoning Karibo to summon out Wing Karibo, and then you use Transcendent Wings, and you make Wing Karibo level 10, and then you tribute Wing Karibo level 10 to board wipe your opponent and for game. Like, is that a combo? Like, if that's a combo, and my deck can do that, is that considered a combo deck at that point? Should I be rewarded for that? Like, what are you talking about? Welcome back, Buttersnuffs. Just play better decks that don't rely on a floodgate to cheese out a win. Ooh, dude, Cowboy Cookie. Unfortunately, this guy doesn't listen to reason, so you're just basically screaming into the void, because this guy just absorbs all conversations into one. He's just a fucking enigma. I hate him.
Well, I'd rather play decks which force people to end their turns in 30 seconds or less and climb higher.
Dear viewer,
Ain't a season
in the
I haven't hit
Heat
Master
Battles
1
of
yet.
I
Yu-Gi-Oh!
fully doubt
A
this,
combo
by
is
the
a
way.
series of
Fully
strategic
doubt.
card plays where each play sets up or enhances the next.
Because this is what,
often
again, I
leaving
think
your
he's just
opponent
fucking
dazed
taking
and
the
their life
piss.
points dwindling.
What?
It's a tantalizing dance of
Bro, ain't no
destruction.
way you hit Master
Wouldn't you
1. Fuck
agree,
off.
darling?
Sugar, that didn't narrow it down, like, at all. This part's really funny, by the way, because this is a true story. Fun fact, Stun got top 10 in ranked duels during the July season. I guess it's meta now. Literally a top 10 deck in the format. Edit. A player I thought was a top 10 at the end had a spot, but some other players outranked him. In the last day of the ladder, but they were there.
Top 10 isn't meta. Top 2 or 3 is. Don't. You combo players will do anything to justify how you are always catered to without question, no matter how toxic the game becomes because of it.
I hate this guy so much. I hate him so much. Loves the word tantalizing. At least she likes tantalizing and not like titulating. Hear themselves talk. Cold Grunty, I mean, it's kind of funny that his like background is a void. I think Garbage is a bit of a void. Like, there's no way to talk to him at all. There's no way to have a discussion with him because he just deflects and then talks about combo players and stun players and all this kind of fucking nonsense. You can't get an actual answer out of this fuck. It's not possible. He didn't even, like, I did the hard work for him too, by the way. Like, when I asked him how many summons he thought was appropriate, he just took one of my answers and, like, ran with it. It was like, dude, just summon 5 times, bro. And, like, I did that, and it didn't stop anything. Summoning 5 times is, like, enough for an OTK in most cases. Like, that doesn't stop the problem he wants. But don't. He probably means, like, don't post, like, combo garbage, alright? Are you familiar with how rating duels works? It ain't like a tournament, it's elo based, so yeah, top 10 matters. It's like if Duelist Cup lasted a month instead of 3 days. This is to say nothing of the fact that if the meta goes well beyond the top 2 or top 3 in any tournament as well, any deck that is tiered, in fact, part of the meta by definition. Once more, you speak while knowing absolutely nothing. Do you ever get tired of embarrassing yourself like that? I don't know if I actually read, hang on. I don't know if I read this one.
Well, I also speak on I speak on experiences, and I'm always right. Kind of funny how that works out, yeah. Also...
Alright, what is this? What is this? What am I looking at? A combo player slayed his father. Fuck. He has a grudge against every combo player ever. Alright, fair enough in the metagame. Others? I mean, yeah, Fire King's up there. Snake Eyes is up there. Voiceless Voice, You Bell, Tempire Dragon. Dude, all the cool decks, yeah? Oh, dude, Runic's up there. Yo. Hold on, what is on this list? Dude, Flu Wonderies is on there? Goddamn. Orange. Over the stream as well. Sound like Vox Akama? Oh my god. I wish I could be him. Dude, one Ubel Unchained. What's it doing all the way down here? Come on now. So what does this have to do with his post? Like, I saw stun up here. Also, Horus is considered stun, by the way. I don't know if Garbage knows that. But, you know, whatever. That's okay. I don't think he knows yet. Look at all that stun in there. Yeah, there's stun in there. What's the problem? Sliding statistics from Checkslink OCG 4 months ago. Yeah, this is 100% accurate and true to Master Duel. Good job. Irrefutable proof that stun in Master Duel is bad. Damn, I've been owned. Oh yeah, that's true, because Master Duel is a best of 1 format, so it wouldn't be applicable anyway, but sure, whatever. I'd especially like to commend you for completely ignoring everything I said. Clearly, this indicates you are arguing in good faith, and have well-researched points. Otherwise, why would you link a metagame review for the OCG from 4 months ago? Amazing evidence with regards to elo-based gameplay, which ensures a much higher consistency than a tournament. After all, it is well known that chess players only care about tournament results and don't really care what their elo is. If you didn't gather, the above was all flagrant sarcasm. Please, I'd love to see your citations on why elo is actually a terrible metric. We must use tournament results over elo, and why only the top 3 people after a month-long elo grind are worth considering as meta. Spoiler alert, you won't find any, but you're welcome to try. I speak in experience. I speak in experience is a fun way of saying, all I have are my personal anecdotes, no actual sources. Insisting you are always right as the follow-up is hilarious too. In the history of time, 0% of people who said, I'm always right, have been correct. In fact, insisting you're right while citing evidence that objectively has nothing to do with the argument at hand, that Stun is actually in a strong position in Master Duel overall, likely the strongest in the third formats between TCG, OCG, and Master Duel, further enforces that you don't really have an argument, and you are just trying to pull whatever redacted you can find from the depths of the internet that you think might make your argument look less, well, garbage. Ironic that he is named garbage after all this.
OCG from 4 months ago is pretty indicative of the way Master Duel is now, considering we're around that meta.
No, actually, again, the point that they're trying to make is that the OCG is a best of 3 matches. So, like, a lot of Sun decks that don't really... They already said this! What? I'm just reading a log and they've already said, like, yeah, in a best of 3 format, Stun isn't going to see any, like, top charts because you could, like, shit like Kashtira could just be added with a side deck. Like, bro, what are you talking about?
I think it's even safe to say that by Master Duel statistics that Yubel and Snake Eyes Fire King are the most toxic decks. If you want to complain solely about combo decks, for they are the only deck type ever catered by Konami. You're clearly in the wrong, mate, but whatever. I also wonder, there's a difference between, like, control decks as well, and I wonder what he considers a control deck. Like, is a control deck a combo deck as well? Because, like... I get, like, I'm looking at it now and I can probably see that, yeah, you could misconstrue like Sky Strikers as a combo deck, alright, but it's a combo deck to stop your opponent from like playing the field too much, alright, but whatever, alright. What the fuck ever. Well, I'm just not in the mood to take any player seriously.
I mean, that just answers all of my questions.
If they say that stun decks are ever a problem, considering they're wildly inconsistent and haven't topped anything in a hot minute, whether that be Master Duel or otherwise, well, I don't really want to put my all into an argument with you.
Fucking hell.
Combo decks are always going to be the problem. You can't convince me they aren't. And I'm not here looking to convince anyone of that either.
Yeah? Yeah.
Since you should be self-evident, and this should be where every player's ire is at.
No, what if I like comboing my cards together to make Shining Neo Swingman? Bro, what are you talking about? No.
I think my ban list wish list is as fine as is, bar the fact that I didn't even realize that King Calamity was out already.
Yeah? That also further backs up, like, what was his name? Terminal Distillation's argument where you just didn't do any research at all, but whatever.
Either way, post some stats of stun being an actual problem, and I might be willing to listen, but even then, I hardly care because combo players are never given the L by Konami. Inspector Border 1 is one of those things that made me laugh when I saw it, and immediately realized who runs the ban lists at Master Duel.
Fucking Christ. Alright, look at the Master Duel meta stats on top cards. Whether it's by usage or winning, stun is nowhere to be found. Even an Unchained Trap sees more use than Skill Drain. Or even, there can be only one. I keep seeing this and I keep thinking, oh, Tobacco. Like, yeah, that's what that says. Which only ever got into the rankings because of Vanquish Soul abusing it. Jesus Christ. Thank God I know some of these decks at least. OCG meta from 4 months ago includes a ton of cards that aren't currently released, including Varudras. Crucial for Yubel. What the fuck is Varudras? I'm assuming that's Fiendish Chain shit. Use shit cards like me. Ritual Beast cards, 10 pi. They have more Centurion support, etc. OCG excludes best of 3 and best of 1, while Master Duel is strictly best of 1, which heavily favors stun. I can go on, but you're doing literally zero research into the card pool as an indicator that you're not actually looking into any of the data you're citing. You're scrambling to find something that vaguely justifies what you're saying, and hoping everyone else puts in just as little effort. I don't want to put my all into an argument with you. You don't have to. Just show me where you're pulling that ELO is bad metric, and we should be relying on tournament results. Show me what your source you have that says only the top 3 in ELO rankings are considered meta or top tier. You argued against the ELO system, and I'm asking you to defend your points. Nivagana, welcome to the stream as well. KBJ, the top 3 is only considered meta. Did you know that? Just for the top 3 in general of all time? That's it. Shooting Stardust, the animation. Was there any, like, asking for a friend? Well, there probably wasn't any fucking hero animations, am I kidding? It's all just, like, nonsense. The what now? The top 3. The top 3 in all of dueling is considered meta. That's it. If you didn't want the argument, you shouldn't have started it. And should have instead accepted the points that as correct. But that would mean you were wrong, and you can't have that. This feels more like, I made a bad argument, and now I can't defend it, so I'll pretend I don't care. That's very accurate to a lot of the fucking points he says. Post some stats. Oh, you mean like somebody finishing the rating duels with an elo of 1812 with stun decks? Cracking into the top 10 the day before the results were finalized? Okay, did that. Now it's your turn to defend your argument. Go on, I'll be waiting. So far, you've made exactly 0 points in your defense. Instead opting to whine more about combo decks, which is not what the discussion was about. Stay on topic, please. Hero has 4? Only 4? It's alright? Only 4? Nah, mate. Stratos needs to have an animation, alright? I see Stratos enough. He's like my Flame Burge, okay? I need him to have an animation every time I pop that fucking card down. I'm still upset that Neos doesn't have an animation. Like, why the fuck doesn't basic bitch Neos have an animation? I mean, I know nobody actually summons him to the field, but like, come on now. Faithing arguments. Wait, really? It's kind of sucky because Dark Magician has one, Stardust has one, Utopia has one. Like, all the main cards have one except fucking Neos. What? For anime reasons, Azurai? It's Jaden's, like, best card. What are you talking about? Is it fusion? Yeah, Brave Neos has one. Fucking Brave Neos. And I guess they gave it to Flame Wingman for some reason. But whatever. They'll get one. I mean, yeah, if they do end up doing the alt art, I can see it happening. But sure. Whatever. Holy crap, this is the oh my god. Okay, I didn't see how much there was. Usage is a bad indicator of power level. Win rate is a more accurate measurement. Getting in the top 10 of the of an elo based system, frequency of placing in the top 100 of DC tournaments, and tournament results are much stronger and more reliable systems in measure of terms of the power of a deck. As an example, Pokemon tiers are usage based. Yes, some of the most powerful Pokemon will also be amongst the most used. But sometimes there's very powerful Pokemon that don't see much usage despite still being strong in that tier. Usually this is because those particular Pokemon necessitate some specific support due to other powerful presences in the tier. This is similar to stun and a lot of stun tools. Oh my god. Wingman's greater than Neos. Wingman is harder to bring out than Neos, alright? Is alright? What the fuck? And also, I like that regular Flame Wingman has the animation and not Infernal Rage. Like, why doesn't Infernal Rage have the animation? Like, come on now. Don't know what you're talking about. I mean, I should go back to using that, like, Flame Wingman deck with Infernal Wing and shit like that. Canonically, his favorite card. I mean, it is on the favorite hero card. It's there. Instant Contact. Isn't it weird that Instant Contact can be used for a non-contact based hero fusion? Isn't that weird? Like, I don't know. I just think it's weird. It's got, like, you know, Neos and all the respective contacts on the card, but, like, except for, you know, the Air Neos. But, like, I mean, you just use it for Sunrise for a free card. Those were the days. Fucking hell. Objectively speaking, the Floodgate stun players are amongst the most powerful cards in the game, disabling tons of effects and game mechanics. But as a result, they are difficult to fit into most decks. Essentially, playable only in stun, control, or specialized decks, like with Vanquished Soul, example you mentioned. There can be only one. Wait, hang on. This is how you spell there can be only one? There can only... Wait, sorry. There can only be one. There can be only one. Okay, we've got two different cards here. Shit, I didn't read that one correctly. It's a crazy card in the current format since it shuts down Yubel, Snake Eyes, and a few other meta decks. But that also means those decks can't play it. So, of course, you're going to have a lower usage rate. This isn't going into the actual mechanics and players' thoughts behind deck choice. Stun is going to be represented less because most people hate it, both by playing it and playing against it. The deck is the opposite of interactive. It aims to shut down interaction just as hard as a deck that builds 10 negates, except it's a lot harder to stop if it goes first. It should almost always win, and going second it can play stuff like evenly to delete the board and end up effectively going first anyway. Most people who play Yu-Gi-Oh! Are here because the game is interactive and they enjoy that. So most people who don't want to play stun, which will cause the deck to be represented more poorly than its power level may warrant, bro, that word's too big for me, alright? Analogizing? Whatever. Thing. To Pokemon again. Making reference to Pokemon again, I'll just use that. It is the same concept as playing pure stall with 5 regenerators and a Blissey or something. I don't know anything about Pokemon. Yes, it's powerful and can consistently win, but most people playing the game simply don't want to win that way. Oh, there's still more. Mystic Mine. Oh my god, never gonna. That's what this whole post is about, by the way. Bro, ban everything except Mystic Mine. Everything except Mystic Mine, dude. Love this fucking guy. What a fucking cunt. Oh, it's almost over though. We're almost there. Really? That's his whole argument, is he wants Mystic Mine in the game. That's all he ever talks about. Analyzing? It's not analyzing. Alright? It's fucking, there's an O. You got an Og. There's an Og in there. It's analogizing? I'm assuming it's analogized. It's the word for analogy, but analogizing. I don't know if that's a real word. Can you say that? Like, analogizing? It's a weird word, alright? I'm not an English major, so I don't know about that one. More fun than any other build. Wait, what Fiendsmith deck do you play? What does Fiendsmith even do? Dude, can you use Fiendsmith Cloudians asking for a friend? Can you give Cloudians some support? They really need it. Fucking hell. I'm not sure how Master Duel Meta counts tournament results for anything like Challenger Cup. Do they only consider the first deck the player uses to be registered with? As my understanding of CC rules, I don't know what CC means, they can completely change decks between rounds. I've seen a number of players, numerous people who knew they were going first to the tournament rules and playing hard stun because going first in a matchup is usually crazy. If stuff like this included the power rankings, they can claim use tournament data, and wouldn't say that data is incomplete, but I wouldn't be sure how they build that tier list. Oh my god. I saw Paul build on Demonsmith. Jesus Christ. It's just an engine that bridges. Alright, fair enough. I haven't seen it either. I don't know what Fiendsmith is capable of. I just know that it's good. It's just good, I guess. So you can cook now. Return to a massive post. What's funny about this massive post, this was a bit of a jump scare. I've never seen this massive post before. This is when I stopped reading the stuff. There is another massive post that I do want to read. This is the first of like a whole list of tabs that I have open because of this shit, but whatever. shit from the name. As an aside, I did check usage for deck types on Master Duel Meta. Stun is at 4th place, by the way, only behind Yubel, Snake Eyes, and Tearlaments for popularity. 4.6% representation. Filtering to Master 1 only bumps up usage for other decks since they are more consistent at winning going second. Going second. Stun does make up for this with its very skewed going first win rate, but keeps usage comparable, only dropping to 3.97% and still in the 4th place for usage, just tied for 4th with 3 other decks. Man, I really hope Garbage actually read this particular part. So actually, the source you're citing that you say proves Stun doesn't see much usage actually says Stun sees a good amount of representation in the current ladder. Well, I'm scrolling through the top 2024 DC. I don't know what DC means. Duelist Cup? Okay. Decks and only see stun cards together with combo cancer like Lab in the top 60. Combo cancer. Is that what CC stands for? Maybe you want to keep scrolling and find a single pure stun deck. Link removed. What was the link? What was the link? Show me the link. Besides, such small events generally seem suboptimal to tell how strong a deck is, when even jokes like Lyralisks or Zodiacs are represented because of literal individuals. When it comes to win rate, just with usage, not a single stun card. Oh god, did you really break down the... did you really break down every single...
Visualizing a monster in such a precarious situation stirs something
with a massive police baton. Let's give me the next Yu-Gi-Oh card.
Darling, here you go.
Is it gonna be comically oversized? Why am I like shirtless and such a huge jacked Chad? What the fuck? I think that fucking police baton's going somewhere else, given that particular image. Anyway, stun cards aren't more powerful than Duster or even a single MST. You're bullshit. The only relevance for stun comes from people ignoring non-monster back row removal in their decks and building towards comboing someone to death. Tuckaboo was only a crazy card in combination with a meta deck. Same for Lab abusing skill drain. It doesn't mean that I'm assuming stun decks is that strong. Lab would be fine without it. What did he mean by this? What did he mean by this? Kind of ironic when Evenly hurts stun much more because their cards aren't searchable and are at a 1 by now. Nor are they nearly as oppressive as the usual negate board, against which only Ra Balls or Super Poly are somewhat effective against. Oh, is this why Garbage loves Super Poly? And the former is basically unusable unless you play a combo or stun deck yourself. Whoa, what was this? Hang on. That's some bizarre cope. When far more oppressive and boring decks are very well represented in the meta. What do you mean by boring? What's considered boring? Like, lol, look at the top 10 used cards. Every single one is there to punish a player for doing something. That's what the point. What? What kind of take is that? What do you mean? What do you mean? Do you not want that to happen? Okay, I was with you for a few of these, but this one's a little too far. All right, come on now. What are you talking about? What cards would you want to see there instead? What? That doesn't make any sense. All right. That's usage by Master Duel meta players, which includes fun tournaments. And fun? What's your consideration of fun tournaments? It doesn't really consider the power level. Hence, you get even Trap Tricks and Sky Strikers pretty high up. The stats for top cards used are directly from Konami, and got 0 stun traps or dinos. I think you mean diners. Also, doesn't this contradict your previous people don't want to play stun point? I mean, the people you're arguing with are people playing whatever the fuck, dude, whatever. Oh, wooden dolls. That's such a fucking hot take, though. Every single one's there to punish a player for doing something. Yeah, every good card punishes the player for doing something? What? What? What the fuck? That's an interesting thing to say. It really is. I hope somebody references that. Mystic Mine 3 would be really toxic. Yeah, indeed. Nobody seems to understand that for some reason. Or Garbage doesn't seem to understand that for some reason. I'm going to repeat. Sorry, hang on. What was this in reference to? The combo decks are the problem. I'm going to repeat. The game has been catering to combo players near exclusively for over a decade. That sends a clear message that they are the target audience and will continue to be catered to because that's what the target audience is. You can't argue whether a game that consists entirely of combo is a good thing, but it's completely irrelevant because it's clear as day that that's the game Yu-Gi-Oh has chosen to be. You want anything else? Go make your own game with blackjack and hookers, because Konami isn't interested. Explaining is not condoning. Also, nice reference, by the way.
A point known. But I am a little more optimistic than you, I suppose. When some players get older and stop buying cards out of either necessity or boredom, then I feel as if there's going to be a bigger crisis going on, considering the game isn't exactly inviting new players in. May not be this year, but I see it happening that way.
There have been Steam discussions from people who are new to the game, and are new to the game because they enjoy what the game is currently, and they like it. Like that, it's fascinating to me to have a take that the game is dying and no new players are coming in, when new players are coming in. What the fuck? Point known. Fucking hell. I actually don't think he's being serious. Point known. I think he's just like, point disregarded. Here's my rebuttal. Fucking hell. I'm coming in. Oh, hell yeah, Zorai. Hell yeah. I'm trying to... Sorry, hold on. There was a thing I was gonna say to this. I lost it. Oh, yeah. This reminds me of that one guy that Azurai linked me who was like, he really wanted to show off the cards he just got. Like, I thought when he posted the image, I thought he was like posting a deck list, because it looked like a deck. And then he's like, no, it's just cards that I collected that I really like, and he just wanted to show off. And then he got banned for it. And then he got banned again from another subreddit for talking about it. Like, what? Do people still collect cards, alright? I recently just updated my like little binder with a bunch of fucking elemental hero cards because I'm not going to use them anymore. I might as well put them somewhere safe, you know? Might as well put them in there. There is actually, in real life, I do want to get like a Sky Striker deck at some point because I want to see the other old art cards that aren't actually out in Master Duel, and I want to just have them, alright? Because they seem pretty neat. Fuck, oh wait, this is the end? Sorry. 2 hours ago? What? I was way too lenient. In addition, amendments. Banned, Snake Eyes Ash, Snake Eyes Popular, and Crimson Dragon. You just hate these cards. Understandable. Just go play a different deck, my guy. Please. Just go play a different deck. Flashbang. Now the inverse. Wish list, ban list. Graceful Charity, Amazon Archer, Royal Approach, and Block Dragon. Fucking Block Dragon, dude. Oh, these are all unlimited too. I like how you put them in reverse order too. Sentinel, Giant Tornado, Elder Entity Norden. Oh my god. Instant Fusion. I don't even know what set rotation is. Final Attack Orders, Unending Nightmare, Non-Fusion Area. Notorious Sacred Tree, Yang Zing Unleashed. I don't get these. I don't know what they are. Wait, Final Attack Orders? I do know that card. Wait, hang on a sec. Hang on.
Well, I understand that the divorce between you and being funny was painful to you, but you didn't have to get a restraining order so strict that you had to be planets across for one another.
Wow, Garbage. Wow. Not Yang Zing Unleashed. Not his fault. It's hard being funny when he spends most of his time trolling on the forums. Dude, G3 a troll? Never. Never. Kettle Black. Oh my god. What you would consider... Sorry. I would consider you to look up the term satire in a dictionary. I point... Oh yeah, this is the funny shit. I point out issues with the modern Yu-Gi-Oh! And argue about it with the game's sycophantic fan base. We are not even close to similar, Lamau. You and I, we are not the same. But we both post satire, alright? In all seriousness though, Elder Norton could probably be moved to semi-limited status with instant fusion ban. Hang on, what is... I forgot what Elder Norton's effect is. I just know that he was banned a long time ago. And he was abused with instant fusion. Just because it was like a level 4 material it could just bring out for free. Oh, that's right, it's because of XYZs and stuff. Actually... Wait, you need to make... Hang on. The real materials for it are a Synchro XYZ monster plus a Synchro XYZ monster. How do you make this thing normally? What? I mean, the card's basically useless without a way to cheese it out. It's just free gas. It basically is free gas. I mean, it's free gas because there was a card like Instant Fusion that brought it out for free gas. So Instant Fusion was basically a rank 4 XYZ at that point. Well, actually, I guess it could have been even worse now if you had something like Mathmech Circular in your graveyard. You could just bring it out and then do whatever the fuck you want with it. It's probably actually, now that I think about it, it's probably way worse now considering the amount of like rank 4s in the game. I'm gonna bring for a rank 4 spam. Like, I wonder how, like, toxic it would be with the already, like, current rank 4 spam there is in the game. Like, is it really that much of a difference now? Is it really? Sorry, I like G3's post here. You know, you and Garbage are my favorite trolls here. I'm not going to engage with Goz's posts anymore since they don't type or post like they're in the right mind. Yeah, they're absolutely insane. They might be real and need help, but you two play the stereotypical anti-Yu-Gi-Oh player very well. Garbage, the delusional stun player that wants anything with more than 2 lines of text banned, and the most smooth-brained of anti-meta made more powerful. Hates everything combo. Haven't displayed if they quite hate meta fully yet. It's too late to see if they'd hate on Eldritch and Runic for being a meta despite being stun. And yourself, the Yugi boomer that hates everything after whatever the back in my day was. At least you didn't pick Dark Magician era as the hill to die on. Our newer readers haven't quite picked up on that fact, and take the baits. Long-time readers just play along, reading whatever crazy complaint or hot take you two can come up with on break time is fun. If no one engages with either of you, you'll leave and this forum will get boring. He's got a good point, alright, he's got a good point. Links to retarded design. Sorry, there was somebody in the that Yu-Gi-Oh! Omega Discord. There are some boomers in there too, of course, like in the casual community. And there was somebody being like, I don't want to play with links. Links are bad. And so the immediate response to that comment was like, just learn them, mate. They're fun. He's like, no, I don't want to learn links. They're toxic and unfun. I'm like, Jesus Christ. What the fuck? Oh my god. Gives them a stronger second wave. Wait, what? Just use any two. Oh yeah, true. This spell doesn't even work. Oh, interesting. Oh yeah, well actually, in terms of all of the extra deck types, I wonder how viable XYZ is as like an extra deck type going forward, because a lot of their effects, well, some of them are quick. I guess the more modern ones are quicker effects, but the ones where you're like, you have to detach a material for something, it just seems like a waste, because that seems like such a easy target for a negate. Something like, I know people use this a lot, but like Coach Trainer, for example. Seems a bit of a lock. You just effect veiler that and then they're fucked. Like, why make that? Why do it? Second best after Link. Not Synchro? I thought Synchro would be good. Well, that's Fusion. Are you sure? Oh, I guess it depends if you're talking about like branded Fusion or like Shadow Fusion or something like that. Wait, what's the... Wait, hang on. Oh, Oh, I see what you mean. Lock to rank 4th in the internet. Goddamn. So G3, I might need your help. You only think we're trolls because... Sorry, hang on. Actually, I use the other voice for this. You only think we're trolls because you're not intelligent enough for an actual discussion. Oof. Legends of Lance Everything combo. It's a lot less smooth-brained than current Yu-Gi-Oh! Where everyone plays the same. Most decks are... Sorry. Where everyone plays the same. Most decks are. Summon a full board in a single turn and spam hand traps until your opponent is incapable of doing anything. I brought this up with somebody else as well, but I like the Masked Hero deck, which summons one monster and continuously recycles the same monster and doesn't have any hand traps. I find that very funny. But anyway, son, any rational person should hate meta. The fact that you don't is telling. What? Any rational person should hate meta? Alright, bro. I know Zephyr was banned at some point again, by the way. I don't know when that was. And yourself, the Yugi brand. That isn't even true. I like Goaty, and I'm eagerly awaiting Ashen once it comes to Master Duel. I thought you hated meta. Beansmith looks neat, but apparently it's meta, so I ain't gonna play it till it's hit by the ban list, if at all. And even then, I'll most likely homebrew my own deck anyways that doesn't rely on everything in the garbage meta players rely on. I also like Runic, because it was the first time a different win condition other than mindless summon spam was good. What about Exodia? And it sucks sprite decks, and the like misused it. Oh, sorry, hang on. Oh, and it sucks sprite decks and the like misused it, and it pretty much got pretty much every Runic spell hit by the ban list in some capacity. It's hilarious you're so confident in your own faulty assumption of myself that you've ignored that I've even mentioned all of this previously, save for thinking Fiendsmith looks neat. While I can't speak for what Garbage thinks outside of, he's right when it comes to hating combo decks, and not failing for the irrational hatred of floodgates like every Yu-Gi-Oh player seems to have. I'd be confident to say you're just off the mark as you were with me. Wait, do you hate combo decks? Zephyr, this is a serious question if you hate combo decks. You have Goaty, though. I thought you liked Goaty. Isn't that a combo deck? What are you talking about? What? What are you talking about? This is funny. Our newer readers haven't quite picked up on this. Yes, our newer readers. Firstly, take your meds. Secondly, I'll still be here trying to get the game to correct its course until it actually goes under. Which then, I will tell you and everyone else I told you so. Because what I said would happen to Yu-Gi-Oh! Once power creep reaches its inevitable conclusion.
Shut the fuck up, you fucking idiot.
Azorai, soon. While also being disappointed that it's largely thanks to players such as yourself that pretend the game is in a good state at the moment. Dude, imagine if the game is in a good state. I don't know how much of this I actually read, by the way. I don't know if I made a post on this. Maybe I did. We'll see if I did or not. I didn't need an XYZ lock. Fuck. Oh, fair enough. Wait. Synchro is the worst one? I thought fusions were considered the worst one. How is Synchro the worst? Oh. I mean, but... Well, okay, but aren't, like, modern Synchro decks, like, good, though? Aren't they? Sorry, hang on. Garbage made a response to this.
You have to have a different opinion than the masses about the game. Therefore, you must be trolls, he says emphatically, unable to criticize Yu-Gi-Oh! At any level. I'll just answer your question, by the way. I mained both Eldritch and Runic Stun in their primes.
That's not something you should be proud of.
I felt as if they were undeservedly hit on the ban list, which is something Konami never does except to stun decks. If a combo deck becomes tier 0, nobody complains. If a stun deck hits tier 3, everyone loses their mind. I mean, yeah, because nobody likes versing it. I don't know where you get this argument from. Everybody hates it. What?
Best is Baguska or some shit. Because of branded tier 2. Wait, Demonsmith helps fusions? How? What? Those are the worst. Oh, okay, yeah. Because fusing from your deck seems pretty like free. But what's weird is like something like branded. I don't think branded fusion like I don't know if it locks you out of a certain thing. It might. I'm surprised Red Eye's fusion locks you out completely of like summoning monsters, which is fucking insane. Like that's such an insane card to just fucking use, but my goodness. Demonsmith is a fusion engine? No way. It was back to fuse. What, like fuse? What, like it can be used in heroes? What are you talking about? What do you mean, Azurai? What do you mean? Should I be excited for Fiendsmith? Is this important? Sorry, E-Dude. E-Dude's interesting as well. It's main list. Bruh, if something looks interesting to play, then play it whether it's meta or not. Yeah, like Bell. Not wanting to play something just because it's meta is rather silly, is a silly mindset to have. Sure is dumb. You don't even gotta play the meta version, lol. You responded to both of these. It's called having principles. Oh, sorry, it's called having principles. Not going to contribute to meta ruining the game like everyone else if it can be avoided. Just play the deck, bro. It's fine. No one's gonna fucking look at you any differently. Meta doesn't ruin the game, lol. The game is perfectly healthy and a meta would... Sorry. The game could be perfectly healthy and a meta would exist. That's why it's dumb. Being meta or not has nothing to do with whether something ruins the game. Meta just means the most effective tactic available. That's a backronym. What do you mean backronym, my guy? And it does ruin the game. Nothing's worse than a sweat relying on overly strong cards to carry them. I'd rather win with balanced cards. It's more enjoyable and cathartic than taking the easy route. What the fuck are you talking about, Zephyr? What the fuck? Oh, oh right, yeah. That's I forgot about that, Azurai. I forgot about that. Right, yeah. Change your strategy. We recommend overthrowing heroes. Oh, because I assume Fiendsmith would also give a boost to fiends in some capacity, and if there are new evil heroes, then they'd all be fiends. Man, if you could somehow combine Fiendsmith, evil heroes, and Yubel into one deck, I'd use that deck. I'd use it. This guy said the same thing in the other thread, by the way. Hey, if we're unbanning Agido, we gotta put Meryl back to... What the fuck? I don't know what this means. Let me safely fuse into Muddragon as my first play more consistently, please. I love targeting protection when Imperm and Veiler are everywhere. Does that work with Fiends? Ooh. It's the new evil as well. I would assume the new evil hero support bridges it. I'd have to believe so. Because that would probably give people a reason to play something like Flame Wingman Infernal Rage with evil heroes, because it would only require like... Oh wait, aren't all the evil heroes dark? Oh wait, never mind. Oh, I mean, but they could make new ones that aren't dark, maybe. Maybe have like erratas for like Avian and Burstinatrix and shit, where they're like evil Avian, evil Burstinatrix, and they're using the alt arts. But whatever. It says it adds fiends. Holy shit, that'd be kind of nuts then. Their own breach to favorite contact. That would be nuts though if you could somehow like still add favorite contact through evil heroes. That'd be fucking insane. Rolling Flaming Man. You would still, well actually, maybe not. I don't know if Fiendsmith lets you like substitute something for like shining. Well, I guess maybe there'll be a new Malicious Bane that's better, alright? Maybe. I still like that you can use Dark Fusion for Loving Defender, by the way. I need to like... The only reason why I have Poly in that Yubel deck is because Spirit of Neos can just add it to the hand. If Spirit of Neos could add Dark Fusion to the hand, I would much rather using that, because then that stops it from being targeted, which is fucking wonderful. Love Dark Fusion. Also, apparently Dark Fusion has a much more broken effect in the anime. Apparently. Where it just stops the card from being destroyed for that turn. Whereas Sakura Tama would have just targeted it anyway. Whatever. Oh, okay. Oh, sorry. Wait, what is the Demon Smith fusion? Hold on. I didn't know. I thought they were all links. I didn't know they had a fusion. Oh. Oh, they seem pretty neat. Fusion Destiny for Dark Fusion. That would be amazing, Azurai. The only thing with that, Azurai, is hopefully, if that is the case, if that is a thing they'd add, I would love it if that card that they add, like Fusion Destiny for Dark Fusion, would have the card text being like, this card is treated as Dark Fusion, like, you know, in the deck. Because then you can search it with like Captain or Augusted Gold, and you can search Augusted Gold with like emergency call getting Stratos and using that. That would be nice to have a searchable fusion that way. Sorry, I'm still looking for these fucking cards. Hang on. Fiendsmith Lacrima. Why is Evil Hero Malicious Bane in this deck? What the fucking cunt? What? Oh, I guess because it doesn't actually need. You can just have Dark Calling to make it. Two light fiend monsters? What do you mean light fiend monsters? Oh, actually, maybe they could, if they added like a light evil hero, maybe that could work. Because, yeah, I don't think there are any light evil heroes in the deck. It's all dark. I mean, they're pretty cool cards, though. They're pretty cool. Just like the art. Instead of destroy. Oh, yeah. Demons are all light fiends. Yours will be dark. Alright, fair enough, fair enough. I don't know if I can imagine another, like, an evil hero being a non-dark card, but maybe. Maybe. Anyway, there was something else I was going to mention as well. Oh, yeah. What are Rising Heroes, by the way? Wait, are they called Rising Heroes? Hold on. There's like a Rush Duel archetype that's gotten me slightly interested in Rush Duels. I think it's called Rising Hero. Yeah, there's like a whole like list of other hero cards. Yeah, they're the R heroes. What? No, it's alright, they gotta be good, right? They made new heroes for Rush Duels, like, come on. I want to play Rush Duels, man. They got cool heroes in them. I saw that because I saw them from being in Omega. I was like, what? There's like new hero cards I've never seen before? What the fuck? Effective none. Fucking. Jesus Christ. Just for the heroes. Buttersnuffs, there's like new heroes in Rush Duels, and I'm like, I can't believe it. Where are these heroes in the main game, bro? Like, what the fuck? It seems like they're all support for the normal heroes, like trying to get Avian and Persinatrix to your hand, and Neos, for example, because I think Rising Hero Argent specifically targets like a level 6 or level 7 warrior type fusion monster in your extra deck. Expert the top 4 cards. You can add 2 excavated normal monsters whose names are listed as the material monster. Like, that's so specific though. But if your deck is like nothing but Avian and Persinatrix, you can get it. Alright, you could get it. Plus there's other like Rising Heroes as well. I just think they're neat. As well as fake Neos. I like fake Neos, by the way. I think he's hilarious. Fucking fake Neos. People still play Rush Duels. Apparently, there is a community for Rush Duels. You know, outside of Japan, it exists. Or the new Wingmans. Oh yeah, fucking Burst Wingman, dude. Fucking hell yeah, hell yeah. Should be this year, but they suck at Dark Fusion shit's gone. They haven't gotten enough yet. They haven't gotten enough. Also, hang on, did I even read this? Wait, what did I read? Hang on. The course for a decade and a half. Oh, thanks for zooming in. And the closest it ever got to actually going under is during that time was also the closest it ever came to trying to correct its course, and the likes if you wanted to. Oh yeah, the Master Rule 4 stuff. The reason for that failure was obvious. They alienated the people who like the current game. Don't ask me how anyone can like the current game, but it's obvious by now that they exist. And most people don't like the current game and never heard the news about the game change and thus didn't come back.
This is entirely untrue. What alienated people was Goki Firewall format, the most combo-heavy format this game has ever seen.
No, what he's referring to is when links were required to play the game, and you couldn't use like any other deck other than a link deck. It was fucking awful. I hated it. AI generated list. You know what it could be, Lasagna? It could be. Bruh. A meta has always existed in a competitive game. That's just part of the nature of it all. Whether the meta is healthy or not is a different question. Wait, when was this? That was supposed to be funny. When was this said? This seems like it got deleted. Supposed to be funny.
Too bad this wasn't either. I mean, alright.
Yeah, it did, yeah. It was an FTK? Oh my god. What would happen to Goki? I mean, I'm assuming some cards got banned and nobody uses them anymore. To me, Goki looks like battling boxers. Like, I was like, or Dino Wrestlers or something like that. They're like in that sort of realm of Yu-Gi-Oh cards that are like, I've seen them used occasionally, but I don't actually know what they do. I have no clue. Gave Trickstar all the support instead. Fucking hell. Better than Boxer's Life? Oh my god. Battling boxes. It felt like it was the new battling boxes. I have seen people use battling boxes more than Goki in Master Duel though. Like, again, I've only run into like 2 battling boxer players, but that's more than the 0 Goki players I've ever fucking seen. So anyway, sorry, hang on, Zephyr's back. No, something. Just because it always exists doesn't mean it doesn't ruin the game. There's a point where what's meta is so strong, playing anything else is futile, such as the case with Yu-Gi-Oh! This is not true. There are rogue decks, my guy. I'm not saying we should get rid of the meta entirely. That of course is literally impossible. But the meta in Yu-Gi-Oh! At this current time is not good for the game at all. Ideally, as many different kinds of decks should be viable, except anything that can make an entire board on turn 1 simply isn't. Unless you're relying on hand traps to actively I'm assuming this is fuck, but I could be wrong. Actively redacted with the opponent on their turn, or using floodgates and hoping you go first. It'd be nice to have a state of Yu-Gi-Oh! Where hand traps and floodgates weren't mandatory inclusions into every deck. Yeah, now, right now, it's crazy. I mean, they need to ban Karibo. I'm so tired of these disrespectful cards. People can play on my turn. They're invading my turn with Karibo. Dude, unreal. Ban some links. Oh, fair enough, fair enough. Loki should too. I imagine because they're all like main character decks from the anime, you'd think they'd all get supported at the same time. I have not seen this. This is a new one to me. I've not seen this before. Creepo archetype. Oh, that one was definitely a shitpost. It's a satire shitpost because the people complaining about hand traps don't seem to realize that hand traps have been a thing since like day one. Like I don't like, bro, hand traps ruined the game. Yeah, Karibo ruined the game. Could you believe it? Fuck. No way. No way. Sorry.
Changes to the rules to stop combo players. Personally, non-binary. Personally, I would love to restrict actions on the player going first, even further. But I would love to hear your ideas. Have you tried running evenly matched? Is this the same Sarah's guy? It is, of course it is. Rather than changes to existing rules, I think it should be more elegant to add other modes. If some people enjoy watching others play solitaire, they should be able to, just like others should be able to avoid them. An easy solution would be to make more interesting stun archetypes. Not stuff that heavily relies on floodgates just to win games. Imagine. Garbage is back. Garbage never left. This is one of the reasons why I stopped reading these fucking posts for a while, because Garbage just didn't stop talking. Like, he's in like every fucking thread. I hate him. I literally hate him so much. Such a sentence. He just hates combo players so much. This guy's brain cells off. The evil version. Like, I want to know, I know Garbage obviously plays a stun deck with floodgates, like Runic or some shit, right? But do you think he would actually enjoy a deck if he had a chance to play, like, I don't know, a real deck, you know? Just something nice. Going to the stream. He does, I will admit. I'm curious to see how this devolves into his, like, lunacy, but swear to fucking God. I think a good step one is probably define what a combo deck is. Yes. Oh, yeah. Oh, maybe my question is finally going to get answered in this thread. Oh, please. I hope to God. Player goes first, starts with 3 cards and no draw for turn. Maxi is now Master Rule 5. Player going second can summon 1 monster from their extra deck during the draw phase of first player's turn. It's treated as if it was summoned properly. Player going second is allowed up to 3 mulligans without reduction in hand size. Can mulligan their own draw phase, but the maximum is 3 per game. Player going second can negate up to 2 cards per turn, saying no to their opponent. Player going second can add up to 2 cards from their side deck to their hand in exchange with the cards in their hand. Side deck enabled in Master Duel, still best of 1. Judges aren't limited. Judges aren't limited to what they can just send to the grave anymore. Currently only limited to infinite loop enablers like pole position. Go make a friend. Dark Rule and no more. Now Master Rule 6. Non-turn player is always affected by is always affected every turn. Wait, what? Oh, you can't use any cards during... Right. Anti-spell fragrance is Master Rule 7. Summon limit is now Rule 8. Mistake is Master Rule 9. All cards limited to 1. Deck size is now 100 mandatory. Fuck, could you imagine that? Fucking hell. I know this is satire because G3 loves taking the piss with Garbage's fucking posts. Lolcal tier list. If I could remember them, Buttersnuffs.
Smoking sister fucking yeehaw bullshit am I motherfucking reading? This is pure copium.
No, this one's fair. This one's fair because I know he's taking the piss. Also, in terms of like who I thought was the best lolcal throughout this entire season, I know Deathseer's up there, alright? Deathseer's like 1, but I really liked reading artists' posts. Because I even looked back at like some of the artist streams and I was like, man, dude, he had the best takes. Like, he said the best shit. Deathseer was good, but then Deathseer started becoming like you kind of get where he's coming from, and I was like, oh man, he's just kind of the same shit. I was like, fuck. I would probably put artists in like S tier category and Deathseer would be in like A tier category. This fuck, I don't know, man. They haven't like they just keep dismissing shit. It's really annoying. I mean, that's what a troll is supposed to do, I guess, I suppose. The restraining order holds strong between G3 and G3's ability to be funny. Yeah, right? I mean, I thought he was pretty funny, but yeah, whatever. Anything that alienates the existing target audience is, as changing the rules to stop them from playing will definitely do, as the same net effect as discontinuing the game. They sold themselves as having no resource system and no set rotation. It was never going to be anything but deranged combo hell. So the only people playing it are the people who want deranged combo hell, and the people who were lied to by the anime. And, even in the latter case, it steadily became harder to write the anime due to modern decks having to become too complicated. This is when they started over. There's like a scene I saw in GX just recently where it was like the opponent, it was fucking Judai, alright, or Jaden versing like the Baron King, right? Like the at the time King of the Dark World, and it was just like the king on his first turn not only had like this insane combo play, but then ended on like 2 floodgates. It's like, motherfucker. What are you talking about?
Bro, the anime is peak fire, dude. All right, that's how every game should be played.
What was he supposed to do in that instance other than draw the out? Like, what? Yeah, bro, Jaden can just draw the out. He just has that ability, all right? The player going first starts with 2,050 life points, while the player going second starts with 8,000, as usual. Fair enough. This only discourages me from using "Where art Alf?" Sorry, where art thou? Since I don't know why the fuck I said that. Since I'd most often take the 2,000 damage after using Destrudo. Good thing self-destruct button is also banned. Going second decks forced to go first would just burn themselves and flip the button in the draw phase. My god. Wait, what the fuck did Tunnel Shark say? Hang on. Oh, right, yeah. Sadly. That's sadly never going to happen because floodgates are an integral part to floodgates. What? Floodgates are an integral part to floodgates. What? Not to mention the Yu-Gi-Oh community hates stun and floodgates with a passion. Floodgates are an integral part to floodgates. What? What do you mean by that? All right. Doing more than Twitter. I think it's more like after being in the Steam discussions for a little while, like I get like the presence of everybody. Like I know who's talking shit and who's not talking shit. Flick over to Reddit though, I have no fucking clue who's taking the piss on Reddit and who's just like trying to be legit. It's a little insane. Like on that side of things, but the takes on Reddit are like far more insane than the Steam discussions ones. It's absolutely ridiculous. The ultimate self-TK card. Sorry. They used to ban cards like Magical Scientist that turned into deranged combo hell. The switch to them actually encouraging Solitaire as hard is pretty weird, but none can blame them. No resource system for it either, since they used to manage things with their ban lists. I mean, like... when you're going that far back, like, what do you think is actually considered a combo? Like... The Magical Scientist FTK is just an infinite loop, and that I wouldn't consider that like Solitaire hell. That was an FTK that needed to be banned. You can still combo shit in the old days, but whatever. 12,000 life point start. Ban Ancient Leaf and other cards that abuse the super bad. Doesn't stop combos, but makes it a lot harder for them to OTK you. A lot of them simply won't be able to anymore. And outright kills burn FTK decks, which is always a good thing. Until Tenpai Dragon, there's also a prosperity. I haven't seen what Tenpai Dragon does. And I'm sure Utopia could still OTK you anyway. Fucking Utopia attacking with like 16,000 attack. Hell yeah, bro. Hell yeah. Life points are irrelevant except the last one. Only board state control and card advantage matter. If having high life points was a deterrent to large end boards, Spooky Dogwood would... What? Is that a card? Would be run alongside Max C. Never respect the Ghost Sister. Having an extra turn due to high life points. Doesn't matter if they never established doesn't matter if they never established board presence. An empty hand for next turn after your disruption. Would have messed up most OTKs of the fewest cases. It's like lab with you just prolonging suffering. Okay, sure, whatever. Oh, right. He's talking about how it was always a fucking combo game. Great. Oh my god, Sugar, what is this gonna be?
It's about bringing back old players. Concurrent players never leave.
In his old age,
Yeah?
still on that
Isn't that a good thing?
reminiscing about
Even as much as they complain about the game. Take it from me. I mean, why do you even play the game, bro?
Oh my god, that's so futuristic. I old man's just looking at his fucking Steam discussions, mate.
I think restricting player actions per turn would be a good start, such as the high amount of card effects that can be activated in a single turn. But I'm not sure what the number would be like.
When does this end? Because, like, hang on. Let me put a pin in this. Bro, I did this in Alfie's fucking thread. What are you talking about? Hang on, I'm actually gonna do a live update to this. When was this, 6 hours ago? Because I'll just copy and paste what I sent to Alfie. Like, what the fuck, cunt? Just ban combo pieces instead of DK works. Lazy following this post over and over again. You're implying it's bait when a genuine desire to see combo decks never return to the game of Yu-Gi-Oh! Ever again. Okay, hold on. Wait, where do you guys see the bait? I'm glad people are addressing a huge issue with this game instead of pretending everything is fine and dandy. What? Alright, hold on. Where's the Alfie thread? Hang on. It's the one where it's like deck diversity thread and it's like no toxicity allowed or some shit. Here it is. Hang on. I need to grab this real fast. Yo, he's still banned? Motherfucker! Alright. Oh, this was the one, right? Yeah. Let me grab this real fast. Whoa. I fucking hate it. Alright, there we go. Alright, was it this one? It was this one. Right. Yeah. What the fuck? Yeah. There we go. He can read that if he wants to. I didn't really give much of a shit. Sorry, let me make sure I spell this correctly. There you go. Yeah, that's fine. Sure, whatever. He gets to deal with this now. Wonderful. Anyway, moving on. Did I read this? I think I might have read this. Why did it come back? You guys complain too much. People just wait. Hold up. Wait a sec. You guys complain too much. Seriously, I don't see any threads about how annoying it is to some of these noobs making posts about the meta and how broken you think it is. Here's the thing. This is one of the most fair tier 0 formats we've had like ever, dude. I've been playing Yu-Gi-Oh since 2009 when I was a kid. I have seen horrors beyond comprehension. Do you guys complain in these posts? Do you guys complaining in these posts know what pre-errata Firewall said? Have you read Topologic Gumblar Dragon? S0 Utopia Exexel? How many times have you guys been Trickstar Reincarnation, Droll, Spiral 2018, Goki, Pendulum Magician? You don't know what it's like to suffer. Don't know what it's like to suffer. You don't know what it's like to have your entire hand looped through 3 hand tramps. I have seen husks of human beings with no soul that wander this earth, solely to win in Yu-Gi-Oh! And you're complaining about IP Masquerena, 1 pop, and maybe an XYZ summon on your turn with a destruction effect. You people disgust me. You make me sick. Pick yourself up, duelists. Your duel discs are falling. So I have read this before, but where did it come back at? Because I haven't seen this in ages. This was like many streams ago now. Hold up. Drama than a romance anime. The guy who made this OP is pretty cool. Jessa. Some people just make Spirit go into ultimate and then protect it with the Zero Eyes to keep it on the field. Probably not the best resources for doable. Want to keep Spirit on the field. This was like several weeks ago, but Gauch comes back. Excuse the bump. Further Blue Eye support dropped 3 newer cards. Oh my god. Wait, what is the new Blue Eye support? Oh my god. Neo Kaiser Seahorse. Oh my god. Are people gonna... Is Blue Eyes gonna become meta? Oh my god. Each one's per turn. Oh, this is the link Caboose was talking about. This thing. I'm just gonna be brave when someone will monster from your hand. Wait. Oh, okay, that's pretty neat. Right, yeah, because this is the Dragon Link, Link monster now. Right. Because, yeah, I mean, in Dragon Link, it doesn't seem to change much if you're just going to be summoning dragons anyway. But if still doesn't affect monster from the graveyard, current attack and it's also effects negated. Okay. Interesting. Why? This is why. I'm telling you, man. This is why I stopped reading this shit.
Corporations need no defense. This format is not good. Deal with it.
Bro. Wait. Who is this in reference to? Zephyr, this post was made like 1 million years ago. What are you talking about? Kudos for that. Okay, alright. Literally this. There is never a good reason to defend a corporation, Lamau. That's not even just a Yu-Gi-Oh thing either. That goes for corporations in general. Alright. Alright. I mean, who am I to say anything on that, okay? This was recent, somewhat. 22 comments. Alright. Alright, boys and girls. I'll do one more. I'll quickly skim read the posts from some of these other ones, okay? And I'll come back to that one, and then I'll end it on the other one. So, grass 60 cards. Oh, that's right. I swear every time I face off against someone who opens grass on their first turn, 60 cards, are they using some kind of cheats or what? Somebody explain it to me. Everybody had to explain, like, you know, it's RNG, whatever. But then, a Ghost X or whatever, I think it was Ghost X who reposted it, right? Oh, never mind. Did somebody respond to it? Hang on. Papa Shekel should have, right? Somebody did. Somebody must have quoted it, please. Okay, Papa Shekel's the president. I'm gonna cut the link out of the quote for safety, because what he did, everyone was like, you know, you can't really cheat in Master Duel in some capacity. Like, that's not something you can really reasonably do. And he posted a link that showed somebody cheating in Master Duel, but it wasn't like, it wasn't the cheat that he wanted to have in the game, which is very odd. Because he was asking, like, if, you know, having like grass in your opening hand is cheating, like to have that specific card like just added to your hand. The link that he posted was a link to a cheat that doesn't do that, but something else pretty bad as well. And was like, why are you posting those links, man? Sent to the graveyard. Gonna look at my surgery. But what exactly did you think would this accomplish? The cheat you posted not only has nothing to do with rigging hands, but is a really sloppy showcase locked behind a paywall that requires you to turn off your antivirus. Even if for some reason you take this at face value, this doesn't prove anything in your post or disprove anything people have said in this thread. Genuinely the weirdest self-report I've seen in a long time. It is quite odd. is quite odd. That's looks Gren card Seething to the graveyard. That's a magic card, all right? That's not Yu-Gi-Oh! What are you talking about?
I mean, sure, I tried to investigate and find certain videos that maybe make you take cards you want on the first or second turn. I tried, but it doesn't seem to be there. Wowee, no way. There's no cheats for something like that? What?
Bro, no way.
But in the end, these videos that I sent are in case proof that people currently use cheats in Master Duel. And who knows? For sure, someone else will have another type of cheats engine that lets you draw certain cards that you want. Everything is possible. Except the thing that you looked up, which is the thing that you're trying to, like, you know, promote in this thread, but whatever. Anyway, the point is, Deathseer also said the same thing as well. I know I mentioned it in the last Steam discussion reading about what Deathseer said when he talked about cheating and whatnot. And the fact that he's like, yeah, I tried to look it up, but it wasn't there. Like, wowie zowie, no way. Really? Bro. Wild. I just remember that some games have scammers peddling fake cheats without the game itself being one you can cheat at. It's not always real. This is true. This is very true. He milled literal grass. You just have grass in the deck, mate. Actual grass. Find some that looks like Master or the newest card. Even oh yeah. Right. Uploaded on YouTube, too easy to find. The Discord basically being empty, no test phase. The same simulator looking different in both videos despite being rather recent releases with 2 years of existence according to the Discord. The videos being easily fakeable. Yeah, I'd say this one is a scam. I'm convinced that there are cheaters though. That Passing Bird very likely just isn't an example. Still, Ghostly at least put some effort into finding something. He tried, more so than Deathseer at least, thank God. But still not great. Anyway, hold on. So says something. Wait, Flint X. Did... Oh yeah, they did say. I thought it was another deleted post. There's some truth behind it. I remember some dude on Reddit noticing in this testing too, but it definitely needs more data to be certain. Didn't Papa Shekels do this? What about my testing where I tracked all my hands for 150 games and specifically did not have this happening at all? The Papa Shekels, I'm so sorry. I liked the research though, it was worth. It seems like my posts have been deleted from one of the Steam support members because I said a bad word. I apologize. I doubt it was because of a bad word. It probably was deleted because posting any kinds of cheats, even obviously fake ones, is pretty heavily against TOS. So you probably shouldn't be doing it again. Alright, I deleted the post again. A Lamau. I think that's basically the end of it. I don't know if, like... Yeah. Alright, trying to skim read these. A lightning round. People abuse the timer bug and Alt F4 during coin toss to dodge the duel. What? Come on, fix your addicted bug abuser. Stall duels for 1 hour. Sorry, wait. You stall duels for 1 hour. What the fuck do you mean? And also Alt F4 if they lose the coin toss. In order to dodge the duel without losing rating. Fix your game. That results in you winning though. Like if they Alt F4 during the coin toss, that results in a win for you. What are you talking about? Yeah, it does, because it's considered them losing the duel after the coin toss. They still lose raising this one for Master's launch. I mean, it's only sole losers do it if you won the game. Let them have their temper tantrum. Why did my brain aggro on me? I don't know, Buttersnaps. You might be the tank. You might have gotten... Wait, is this... I still don't know why this guy's banned, by the way. But I can't believe you drew aggro from your own brain cells. I don't know what Rice Krispies said. Rice Krispies doesn't seem like a bad person, necessarily. I think... Oh, yeah, this is the... I did post at this one, that's right. Need an E-ban on your bell. I'm now officially joining the F Bell train. Samsara D. Lotus or Phantom of Bell edited those who wanted to edit. Either, or the both preferably, needs to go! The deck is stupidly difficult to stop, but those cards make it feel like I'm playing, like I'm having a root canal done. It doesn't matter what you do, it just keeps summoning 0 attack monsters and burns you to death. It's completely ridiculous. To be fair, the E-ban is for Yubel as a whole. I'm kind of pissed off that we are likely going to have to wait until the next ban list, since we just had one and nothing was done to Yubel. Damn deck. I can reach 8 interruptions if no hand traps mess with it.
Bro, what is the issue? Like, I'm trying to think of like ways to out Yubel. I know like Imperm, not Imperm, well, Imperm, yeah, but like Nibiru as well kind of fucks the deck. Called by also fucks the deck. Forbidden Droplet also fucks the deck. There's a lot of things that fuck the deck. And also, the other thing too is if this guy is going first, if you're going first and setting up a board without any like potential negates or something like that through your second player Yubel turn, I mean, then you're gonna have to deal with a lot of shit, alright? Just don't go fucking first, my guy. Just don't go first. It's that easy. Unchained was... I think the bells, I'm sorry, those zeros. Hang on. Did he actually like... No, this is all like a while ago. Wait, hang on. Some sort of stick your spirit, you bell, a draw 1 on pop. That... Fuck's sake. Unban instead of ban. The issue is not that certain cards should be banned. The issue is that a lot of cards are banned. We need to start calling Konami to unban cards that make the game much more interesting. Of course, Rohongo is the first post. Understandable. I'm actually curious. Speak of Hongo, just remove effect before, it's all good. How about no? This band's giving the same response, unbanned with no erratas. I'm scamming it. I'm spamming it, so we can have a dragon. Wait, why would you want Red Eye's fusion banned? The card's shit. What are you talking about? I'm just curious if somebody like responded to him. Hang on, did they? Combo players make up the vast majority of players at this point because Konami has been near exclusive catering to them for over a decade. It's a graceful charity. Oh, this was actually kind of funny because when I saw I did read this one off stream. When I read this, I was like, oh yeah, because Danger and like fucking Dark Lords and shit can just abuse the graceful charity discard and stuff like that. But then Garbage comes out of nowhere and says something totally different. Unbanned totally. Sprites need more power. You bird totally. Oh yeah, can't fool me with your Rhino Heart and Ray. You don't get to put, you don't get to put tier names and spells into your grave and draw 3 cards for free. Oh my god, Brant, totally. I'll totally do it on Discord, 100%, without a doubt. Totally awesome, makes Sprite stronger. Oh yeah, totally awesome, makes Sprite stronger. Sprites have good synergy with Runic. Runic is a stun deck, therefore Toad makes stun stronger. Why are you opposed to this now? Fucking ridiculous. Sprite suck, who cares? You could be a Dark World player. Ooh, you could be. Probably because Sprite is largely the reason why Runic got... Probably because Sprite is largely the reason Runic got hit by a bunch of times to begin with.
Nailed it in one.
And then the rebuttal. Runic kept getting hits before Sprite was even in the game. I still want to know why Rice Krispies got banned. I was on the fence about blocking communications with you. You are one of those players, Garbage and... or however you spell his name. Thanks for making it so I never have to match with you or read anything you post ever again. Like... It's so funny because Tunnel Sharks is obviously being satirical here, but Rice Krispies took it as like legit face value. Like that's... I know that Tunnel Sharks is just taking the piss. They do this in like every thread, but like fucking hell. I still don't know what Dark World's actual plan in the game is other than scare your opponent, drawing your entire deck, or solely to punish maxi usage. Can you walk me through this logic? Rohongo Turbo is a combo deck and the product of a link error. Those users are very against that kind of deck. Why would you believe jokingly that asking for Rohongo to return means that they are with them? I asked for Masterpiece. I genuinely like True Draco both. Both Zoo and Stun versions back in the day. Am I getting blocked for endorsing a stun deck? Because of Sprite. Dude, Sprite ruined stun. Alright, it's all Sprite's fault. Oi! I'm a griffer! Get it right! I think they just called Garbage a combo player. Oh, right, because by proxy, yeah. Just knew it. Now that even the Obelisk trap is in game, it's time to free the Ishizu cards. Just ban more Sprite and tier cancer so it won't be game warping ever again. Oh yeah, I'm a cuck, yeah. So Frank, welcome to the stream as well.
Kid Kalos is the biggest problem, and it baffles me why Konami haven't hit it to 0. Isn't it at 1?
What more do you fucking want, my guy? What? Like, usually there's not more than one Kid Kalos on board anyway at any given time. What the fuck are you talking about? What? How many Kid Kaloses are you versing? Sprite Upper is already dead.
Just ban the elf, my guy, dude. Just ban the elf.
Alright, I'm just going to read this one post, and then I'm going to get to the last post of today. And this season as a whole. Born very intelligent and became very dumb, Yu-Gi-Oh! The history of Yu-Gi-Oh! Is an interesting and became... Fuck. Garu, thank you for the look as well. The history of Yu-Gi-Oh! Is interesting, but became horrible. Started with common cards, with the rank dictating everything, followed the logic of the anime. With time came the rituals. This time was incredible. Then were added the mergers. What's a merger? What? Do you mean fusions? What's a merger? Until here was excellent. The franchise evolved and added Synchro, which was quite clever. Added XYZ, that didn't make much sense, but brought back the use of rank monsters. What do you mean, brought back the use of rank monsters? That was the introduction of rank monsters. What the fuck are you talking about? After that all came the idiot ideas. Pendulums, aiming to improve the number of special summons and make the game look like a cheat. And now, to make it worse, we have the Broken Rules link, which in my opinion is a cancer that should not exist. The game was good until XYZ. Past that, the game was disfigured and stopped being a card game about Yu-Gi-Oh! The game needed new cards that would meet monsters, rank, ritual, fusion, synchro, and XYZ. Could have continued on a smart and no cheating course. What did not occur? What did not occur? What do you mean, what did not occur? Today, we suffer with this absurd amount of cheating that passes the feeling that we live with a tumor in the brain when we play this card. Bro, I'm fucking losing. I think this guy's a fucking tumor in the brain. Jesus Christ. Logic of the anime, so no logic. Better than its intro. I know it gets addressed in the comments here, but it is so funny that he's like, yeah, the game was good up until XYZ. Bro, there was some pretty fucked XYZs at the time. Like, there's still some pretty insane decks around that era, just so you're aware. You know what? Most people call you out for this stuff, but nah. I'm gonna take it in good faith to blindly assume you're right for once. Good for you, Gohojus. You speak the truth. Don't let anyone tell you otherwise. Continue to flood the community with the wise words that make total sense. Teach that Konami guy a lesson. I fully agree with any and all statements you've ever made and will make in the future. I hope he takes this and runs with it for the rest of his life. I fully stand by this comment. Please post more of these. My favorite part is the section about endorsing XYZ era, as if Shockmaster wasn't printed during that time. Being okay with synchro error, ignoring the pre-errata ice barrier synchros were also printed at that time is also at the time either is pretty good too. Okay. He means before XYZs? No, he means like the XYZ era. He said pendulums ruined the game. Pendulums were the cancer, the cheat on Yu-Gi-Oh! Alright? No. Azurai, hang on. Which was very clever. Added XYZ, which didn't make much sense, but brought back the use of rank monsters. After that, all came idiot ideas. After XYZ. He likes XYZs, alright? They're okay. They're not like cancer. They're not cheating archetypes. XYZs are okay. You know? I don't know what Azathoth is, but don't forget Azathoth. That guy was nothing but the most fair and balanced card ever. Hell yeah. Synchro barely did any shit. Early synchros seemed to be okay. I know there were a few like outlying, like I think Trishula was kind of fucked up. But I don't know when Trishula was exactly introduced. It was piss easy. They made it piss easy as well as Arai. I will never forgive XYZs for making Stratos banned, by the way. I hated that. Stratos was banned for so long because of XYZs, because you could just use it to get Bubble Man, throw Bubble Man on the field and make a rank 4 just off of that. I was like, fucking alright. A Dubia goat in the past? Oh, damn. Also, Synchro Air was the beginning of modern Yu-Gi-Oh! Infernities got printed, then everything since has been better Infernities. Yes, this means that all things people like, TC, I don't know who TC is, TC say are killing the game, have been around longer than they haven't. That's exactly my point. Naruto. Oh, it's the other Naruto guy. Not a fan of calling normal game mechanics cheating, but definitely is like with the way the game has gone. Every new mechanic, which will naturally happen when new stuff is introduced, will be impromptly powered. I usually this is paired with the word over, but that's okay. Which isn't true of modern pendulums, but can't imagine they weren't OP at the time. Modern links definitely could see some more balancing, since some certainly could use a ban or at least adjust the decks that get them out efficiently. Not like it'll totally be fixed ever, though. In the end, the problem is I'm so confused because there's like some capitalization in certain letters, and I don't know if there's like a pause here or something. In the end, the problem is that they make too much money from it. I don't know if I even think the mechanics are inherently bad in concept, is part of the problem I have with hate for newer Yu-Gi-Oh! Summoning. But certainly card design changes, and so does how we play games compared to what life used to be in 2008 and stuff. Don't imagine combo vids were exactly popping off in YouTube views as they do now. Okay. Is there more? Okay, there's not much more. You guys write so many words for literally nobody. What about me? I read them. I'm here. Konami doesn't care. Redacted. Even I don't care. I don't read any of this. It's just blah blah game bad and then blah 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 game good. Alright. I mean, okay. If you truly don't care, you wouldn't have felt the need to post. See the aforementioned Konami, who doesn't even look at this board because they are about numbers, not words. Wowie. Oh, yeah, fair enough, fair enough. I mean, I don't know how old, actually no, Sword Soul is kind of old. It's not like super old though. I think it's like after Vrains. I don't know when Vrains ended though. I know it was ages ago now, but I don't remember. Anyway, a final post to end the season. The reason why I'm ending with this one is because I think it's a good summary of like what happened over like the course of this, because it's pretty accurate. This isn't Yu-Gi-Oh! Hello. Before I begin, let me ask this. If you're here to push a narrative, be a contrarian or just looking to make others mad or upset, please take it literally anywhere else, and if anyone does, please do not engage nor human them. I am writing this post not as a call to action or anything of the sort, just some thoughts that have been on my mind as of late. The long and short of this is that the game is not Yu-Gi-Oh! I don't mean this in a literal sense, or even in it has changed angle. For a long while now, things have been things have been rather tense, with it being more commonplace as of recent. Instead of having a healthy discussion about the game and talking about what we enjoy and having fun, we've taken this game and used it to separate and divide ourselves, having heated discussions on what this game should and shouldn't be. What this game should and shouldn't have. Who is at fault, and who should be doing more. I meant it when I said I've enjoyed my discussions that I've had with individuals here, as when I started posting in this forum. My understanding at the time was that anyone that had issues with the game was down to a skill issue. Not because I was better, but because because I have very little faith in my own ability, that I believe anyone is able to surpass me. And through this time, I have come to understand that it's more about the different perspectives people have to try and come up with a way in which we can all be happy. As fruitless of an endeavor as that sounds, I have been a staunch advocate for personal growth and responsibility, as I'd be remiss if I didn't talk about my own faults, and falling to the same kind of behavior this post is advocating against. I'm not perfect by any means, and each day I strive to improve and see this as a step in that direction. I love games. I really love card games in general. I've played a numerous amount along with a ton of other games that I could write as a list that probably stretched to the floor. I've read the original Yu-Gi-Oh manga. I've seen all of Season 0. I actually don't know what Season 0 is. I don't know if that's a thing. And clear mind limit over Excel Synchro out of here. No, I kind of like this post actually, because the TLDR makes a lot of sense comparatively to, like, I mean, I know it's a TLDR from somebody else, but I like that it makes a lot of sense compared to what people have been posting as of late. Even the shit I've just read on today, by the way. I've watched all of the anime up to about halfway through Rush. I have a character in a game that I have a character in a game that I'm in as a card mage. I am currently in the process of hosting a card game, tabletop RPG. I have over 1,600 hours on Steam alone, not counting my phone as well, on Duel Links. I love card games. And I say all of this because my experiences with this franchise are but one of many, many others. And I understand that my opinion on the game and the IPs as a whole is as valid compared to someone that is new to the scene. I have met people who are off-put by what the game has become. And I've also met people who love how the game is with stars in their eyes as they talk about one of their favorite hobbies. That's a cryptid. I actually haven't seen Rush yet. I don't know what it's like in the anime. All I know is that it's like Yu-Gi-Oh! 7s, and the dual discs. The dual discs. Sorry, dual discs are in the shape of a 7. But like, I'm sure if I watch it, I have a better understanding on how to actually play Rush. But I mean, you know, maybe one day I'll actually, like, you know, play Rush with Rising Heroes and stuff. Like, it seems neat. Okay, it seems neat. But that day isn't today. Sorry, I want the favorite hobbies. And while Yu-Gi-Oh! May not be my most favorite hobby, it is probably the card game I continue to come back to and spend most of my time on. And I say this because I want to nail in the fact that despite everything that I've said, I cannot sit here and say with 100% certainty that my thoughts on the game are the right ones. No one's is. No one can predict the future, and no one can predict what changes they think the game should make. The game should make will have what kind of impact it'll have completely. Hold on, I lost something there. Hang on, wait a sec. No one can predict the future, and no one can predict what changes they think the game should make. And hang on. rush into my nuts. What's with this essay on loving Yu-Gi-Oh? Azura, it's crazy that somebody can actually like Yu-Gi-Oh. It's so rare. It's so rare that somebody posts something nice about Yu-Gi-Oh for once. But this is basically, to summarize, well, you know, stop arguing with all this stuff. No one says. Basically, there's like the people like Garbage and Hose and Zephyr and all them. They have a different view on Yu-Gi-Oh, and comparatively to the combo players that, you know, keep getting bombarded all the time, they also have different opinions on current Yu-Gi-Oh, and it's obviously neither side is going to swing to the other side, and it's just people like yelling back and forth. Granted, that makes for a hilarious discussion on my end, but ultimately it's not really good for people to just keep yelling at each other for no reason. They're basically brick walls. It's kind of absurd. You don't need to soy about it. Sorry, hold on. No one can predict what changes they think the game should make will have what kind of impact it'll have completely. I'm assuming there's an and in here, but I'll just leave it as is for now. All things must come to an end, and eventually, and that may happen to Yu-Gi-Oh! In an official capacity someday, whether it be 2, 5, 10, etc. years down the line. But I am sure the fans will do what they can to keep going. And as fans, hold on. They have decisions regarding format. I will say, Zorai, expect some questionable Yu-Gi-Oh! Content in the near future, because Mopey's actually wanting to set up like an interesting format, because using Yu-Gi-Oh! Omega, it's possible to like play with certain eras of card variety, and he wants to basically have it set up so you're only allowed to make it like everything's unlimited. All right, like there's no ban list. You're only allowed to use cards from the first 2 eras, the first 2 like TCG set releases, right? But then after having a small mini tournament with that, we have a discussion on what should be banned out of those decks that were made or the cards that were used, and then or banned, limited, or semi-limited. And then moving forward, a new pack gets added to the list. Essentially a factory reset to Yu-Gi-Oh! And making a custom ban list as we go along. Could be interesting, could be a waste of time. Who knows? We'll have to see it when it happens. More people wants to invite more people. Currently it's just like me, Catrix, Mopey, and like I think Xeno. But Mopey wants to try to invite more people to it and just see who's interested in like giving it a crack and seeing what's possible. First 2 sets. Nah, bro, it was alright. First 2 sets had Pot of Greed, Mirror Force, Monster Reborn. Imagine those being unlimited, alright? The first 2 sets are going to be cracked. Everything after that is going to be downhill, though. But the first 2 sets are going to be insane. Oh, but curious to see what's going to happen afterwards, though. Anyway. And as fans, I've grown exhausted seeing people argue back and forth and ad nauseum about their opinion being the right opinion for this game. Inside and outside of these forums, the creator of Yu-Gi-Oh!, Kazuki Takahashi, started this IP due to his love of games. Of all kinds of games, and how they can bring people together. I feel bad that a man who had so much to lose, who sacrificed himself to save others and made a story that many look fondly over, and watch as people selfishly take the product that they stemmed from a core concept of his biggest work and throw it into the wayside. As melodramatic as it may seem, I hate to think how this man would feel if he saw the fans of his IP at each other's throats over this game, when that was never the intention of the franchise. I'm not asking or telling anyone to hold hands and sing Kumbaya. I am not asking or telling people that they can have criticisms over the game. I'm humbly asking for just a moment. A single moment to really think about what this game means to you. Just like I have my history, each and every single one of you has their own with this game. And have your own experiences and your feedback matter when they are used with good intent. However, we should not be using that feedback as a means to lash out at each other, to belittle each other, to scoff and ignore each other. No matter how much we agree, again, I too have fault in this. I can own up to that.
Shut up, Soy.
Azurai! Trying to have a moment here with like Chloe's post, alright? I lost my spot now, hold up. up to that. I would add more to this, but this is already running long enough as it has been. But to wrap all this up, and trust me, I know this will sound corny, but no matter how much I love this game, I am not Yu-Gi-Oh! You are not Yu-Gi-Oh! This game is not Yu-Gi-Oh! Konami is not Yu-Gi-Oh! The bonds we made, cherish, and continue to make over our love of games is the true Yu-Gi-Oh! So I wonder why somebody said this in the comments. And even if this game were to shut down tomorrow, even if I move on to other things, that core concept will always stick with me to the day I close my eyes for good. With all that being said, I intend to be less active on these forums, going through a lot, but I'll lurk from time to time and provide ruling help and answer any questions I may see sprout up. But for the most part, I am done. If you read this far, thank you, and good luck in your next game. G3 posted this later down the line, but TLDR, I really like this game. Please stop arguing with each other over stuff neither party can change. Yu-Gi-Oh! Is the friends we made along the way. Everyone takes this game too seriously. No, it's alright. What do you mean no? Yu-Gi-Oh! Is the friends we made along the way. This is true. This is very true. Although, I don't know if Garbage actually responded on this thread. I assume that he did. I just don't know if like that happened. I haven't seen this post recently. Papa Shackles, welcome to the stream as well. Chloe's post is quite wholesome. Quite wholesome indeed. It's alright. Fuck. Ego's the enemy. Everyone's the enemy in ranked, alright? It's all the enemy. Oh, by the way, I saw this and this made me laugh the fuck out. Read the first couple sentences? Not reading that whole monstrosity. I'm just gonna repost this from that deck brainstorming thread. Fucking, I feel so bad if Chloe had to read this like immediately afterwards. For fuck's sake. No toxicity allowed. Well, I'm sorry to say this, but the game is... I know I read this before, but we'll read it again. I'm sorry to say it, but man, this game is sorry. This is the game of degenerate FTKs, slow play, board breaking, install and not attack. Saki going second, board breaking redacted, chain burn, every other scummy way people chooses to troll and makes others' lives, the game experience here, redacted, miserable. In other words, I think you might be playing the wrong game. Why do people not understand what I'm saying with the above? Konami at this point is openly defending the above crap. Hell, I didn't read the fucking post at all. Makes you think. It really does, Papa Shekels. I'm curious. I don't think because I didn't read the forums for like the last couple of days. I don't know if why Rice Krispies got banned. I assume he got banned for like being mad at like a garbage or something like that. Because I know they mentioned that. I know it was one of the previous threads somewhere over here. One of them. They thought Tunnel Sharks was a stun player and that they're gonna fucking report them and fucking block them or whatever. I was like, what the fuck? Like, all right. I'm assuming Rice Krispies might have said some bad things to some certain people, and that probably backfired. Especially if they called somebody like Garbage a troll. God forbid you call that man a troll. Holy fuck. He will come after you, all right? He's arguing with his shadow. Like, he didn't... I don't get what Rice Krispies is trying to say here, because he didn't read the post at all, and is just vomiting some garbage, but all right. Hell, the TCG... in the TCG, they banned a Link 1 to allow an FTK to survive. Even though the FTK was made less consistent by the ban, Super Heavy is still capable of the FTK. Oh, that's a weird way to say I don't know why. Well, I don't know why Konami has made the decisions they have, but they are seriously killing the game slowly but surely. The number of players right now in the TCG, specifically among the highest it has ever been, but I don't know how long that will last. I worry that it's just going to take a small misstep, and there will be a mass exodus. The game is not Konami. Konami is not Yu-Gi-Oh! The bonds we made and cherished and continue to make over our love of games is the true Yu-Gi-Oh! Rice Krispies, please. Please. This isn't the place. Good for you. I too often Good for you. I too often open up, read half, type a message, then decide it's not worth it. I totally agree. It's honestly exhausting, and I find myself going elsewhere during breaks at work. I've mentioned that in the past. So, holy fuck. All right. Sillon has a lot to say, and I had a lot to say in the other post, but here we go. Oh, Papa Checkles, if you're wondering, for at least this month anyway, I do want this to be like the season finale, because I don't want to read any more of these. At least for a while, because I haven't played a video game in a while. I've just been too addicted to reading this. I know I've played like Yu-Gi-Oh games, but that doesn't count. All right, I need to play like things. I can't just like be reading the Steam forums every day, because like the only times I've played a game is when Catrix kind of forces me to play a fucking video game. Outside of that, I haven't touched Paper Mario, and I need to finish Paper Mario at some point in this lifetime, preferably this month, preferably. Most active person in the forum. That's kind of why I like want to steer away from it too, is because like garbage is fucking like, oh boy. Like garbage kind of annoyed me with his threads a little bit. And he's like, bro, just show me like what you're talking about. I need to see evidence from why Mystic Mine is unfair. Here's the evidence why Mystic Mine is unfair. He's like, nah bro, I don't give a shit what you're talking about, man. I don't fucking care. Combo players are the death of humanity. Like, alright. Simply, welcome to the stream as well. Simply, you missed the good ones. There was some fucking bangers before. Like, holy shit. This is the last post I'm gonna read though. It's basically a very wholesome let me put a pin in that. It's a very wholesome post. Well, I guess hang on, TLDR. I really like this game. Please stop arguing with each other over stuff neither party can change. Yu-Gi-Oh! Is the friends we made along the way. Everyone takes this game too seriously. This is very accurate. Shitting up the thread. That is true, Pumper Shackles. Because I know fucking... I hate that, like, Goes... I don't know how the fuck to say his name. Like, Gohoges or something? He comes in waves, and boy, when he comes in a wave, he fucking infects everybody. Hate that guy, man. What the fuck? Like, even in, like, unrelated threads, he's like, nah, bro, everybody's cheating in Yu-Gi-Oh! Fuck it. You're all cheaters. What are you talking about? Like, bro, what the fuck are you talking about? Evidence is made it the fuck up. Oh man, I'm not gonna get into his like fucking rambles again, but Garbage is like, his evidence and response was like, yeah, our best of 3 format is totally comparable to a best of 1 format. Totally the same thing on the same playing field, absolutely. Top 10 isn't meta, by the way. No, bro, no. Top 2 and top 3 is. Fucking Christ. Anyway, I've mentioned in the past that I don't believe Konami is fully responsible for how Yu-Gi-Oh! Has changed over the years, and gotten my gestures and mocking dismissals accordingly. It was never trolling, though, just earnest observation, with some amount of calling out BS. At the end of the day, all Konami has ever and will ever do is print cards that sell and invent new mechanics to keep the game from stagnating. It's on the players to decide what they're going to do with those cards and how they approach the game as a whole. Bluntly, it is my belief that It is my belief that people take Yu-Gi-Oh! Far too seriously and are overly competitive when it comes to their play. I don't know if it's the fact that they're overly competitive or, like, they take the anime too seriously and they want that to be what Yu-Gi-Oh! Is, and it just doesn't work. Tribgoat, hold on, Tribgoat, hang on. Wait, let me... fuck! Every time I click the link, it just disappears on me like that. I don't know how. Like, I mean, yeah, I'll fucking take some cheap viewers, fuck it. But then it just goes away. How does it keep happening? God damn it. Oh well, Tribgoat, you'll live on in my mind, alright, I swear.
To draw 3 additional cards from my deck.
What's funny about that, Simply, I mentioned it before, but Mopey wants to have like a factory reset on Yu-Gi-Oh! He's trying to get a bunch of people for it, including myself and Catrix. Basically having it so we only have the first 2 sets that's come out and have like a tournament based on that, with no ban list, by the way. And the first 2 sets have like the most broken ass cards in it, like fucking Change a Heart and Pot of Greed and shit. And it's like, yeah, I'm interested to see where this goes. And then, of course, after having several matches in a tournament, developing a ban list based on the outcome of said tournament. And then fucking adding the next pack or next 2 packs that released to the card pool. And then continue going from there and onwards and onwards. And just seeing how far we get. Whether it gets past GOAT format or not. Could be fun. Might not be fun. Who knows? Papa Shekels, the first instance of this, like, a mini tournament is going to be absolutely, like, cancer-inducing. It is... it's going to be quite fucked. I'm curious to see how it'll go with the amount of board breakers you're allowed to have. But nah, it'll be totally fair and balanced. Totally fair and totally balanced. Absolutely. Anyway. What was that play? They want to win... Sorry. They want to win more than they want to have fun. So much that the two will end up being conflated. Can't have fun unless you're winning. And having fun while losing straight up doesn't make sense to a depressing number of people. And people get so incredibly mad when they find themselves on the losing side. Completely losing sight of the fact that this game and losing a match here and there ultimately means absolutely nothing. People surrender the moment they decide they can't win, because what's the point of continuing to play at that point? No one plays just for the fun of it, to enjoy themselves and both see and demonstrate cool plays. That's entirely on the player base. Konami's never stopped printing jokey archetypes or gimmick cards to have fun with. You're like, amazement. We stopped using them. On a high note, this is a high note, Azorai. This is a wholesome moment, alright? And the community's coming together. That's what this whole thing was about. From the American perspective at least, the division we're seeing in literally everything these days bleeds over into Yu-Gi-Oh! As well. Everything is an us versus them argument, because we've been conditioned over the past several years to think that way. If you're not on my side, then you're the enemy, and I have to defeat you at all costs. It's stupid, hypocritical, and self-destructive on top of being the death of constructive discussion. Doesn't matter if it's Yu-Gi-Oh! Or politics, sports games, or human rights. If you can't deal with hearing opposing perspectives, you are the problem, no one else. For my own part, Yu-Gi-Oh! Is a game. I will play it however I want, whenever I want, and not assign myself to... not assign my sense of self-worth to my performance in it. The moment I start getting annoyed is the moment I decide I'm done playing for the day. Because there's too many real problems in the world to get hung up on your entertainment as well. This is true. Oh, somebody actually responded to this. Wait, Harold? Wait. Oh, this is not a problem... Sorry. This is not a problem unique to Yu-Gi-Oh! It's basically inherent to anything that even glances at PvP or leaderboards. That said, Yu-Gi-Oh! Is the only Konami game I am aware of that did so. It is entirely possible that they legitimately don't know any better, and don't care as long as the money keeps flowing. Remember, they've de facto shut down their video game department, but still make Yu-Gi-Oh! Games because it's technically part of their pachinko department instead. Do they actually have... Hang on, I'm gonna look this up. Do they actually have, like, Yu-Gi-Oh! Pachinko? I'd believe it if they did. What? Hold on. Wait, is it... hang on. I don't see a real Yu-Gi-Oh! Pachinko. There's already Pachinko. I mean, like, if that's what you're counting as Pachinko, yeah. Alright. Yeah. Opening up random packs is basically that. But, like, because I know Metal Gear Solid's, like, big meme was that it got turned into fucking Pachinko, and I'm sure a lot of, like, other Konami enterprises got turned into fucking Pachinko, like Contra and other shit. But, like, I don't think Yu-Gi-Oh! Has a Pachinko thing with it. He's up in every other post. I don't know if I can take Harold seriously. Harold is like... I think I said this before, but he's a bit of a wild card when it comes to his posts, because I don't know what he's advocating for sometimes, because sometimes he's like on one side of the fence, and then he's like, no, actually, no, I don't like this person. I'm like, okay, whatever. I think the baseline of his argument is just corporations are bad, shouldn't be supported anyway. I like that other guy. Who the fuck was this again? Oh, sirs. Oh my god. Oh, fucking hell. Oh, now that's a wall of text. Oh, sorry. Now that's a wall of text. Was kind of fun reading. Think you're done. Oh, sorry. Thinking you're done and then seeing the next paragraph coming. Dude, you don't even know the half of it, bro. You don't even know the half of it. Pretty sweet speech in the end too. Like, for real. Sincerity seems pretty rare these days. Though, can't say I ever bonded with anyone over Yu-Gi-Oh! You never used Super Poly to bond with your opponent? You never done that? You never did that before? I heard it's pretty common. Since I was usually playing with people I already know decently well, it kind of feels like it'd be the same experience with any other game like chess. A thing that hooked me was something along the lines of character expression through decks. Pretty interesting to imagine how Takahashi would... It's weird to say it in that voice. Would see it, but one positive spin in all the bickering is that the people are obviously passionate about the game. You don't go to a forum Konami doesn't even care about to discuss the same things over and over again if you're not loving Yu-Gi-Oh! On some level. I mean, that's kind of fair, that last little bit. Taking a moment to thank all those who sat through and read this, and whether or not you've responded, I appreciate it all the same. Like mentioned in the comment above, I truly believe we all do love this game. Let's not forget that the foundation of this game and what the IP was made on. Thank you. He saw it. What you saw the post, or you saw people complaining about the game? What do you mean? I can't imagine, Takahashi trolling the Steam forums. If I'm being totally real with you, like I can't visualize that. It would be quite interesting, but I don't think that's possible. Be gone, wall of text. Mancake, what do you mean by this? No, it's wholesome. You've made the TLDR for them. Tell that to Sharks and Garbage. What do you mean by this? Sharks is fine. Tell it to Garbage specifically, not Sharks. Sharks is fine. What are you talking about? And Konami can't let... Wait, didn't you... Oh, you did respond to this. And Konami... And Konami? Can't let the source of all current problems go not mentioned. Alright. Understandable. Blame combo users ruining the game and Yu-Gi-Oh! Rule makers for not putting enough limits. Oh, what the this guy just came out of nowhere. Excuse me? Who are you? What? Yu-Gi-Oh! Players can't read. This is true. This is actually very true. Yeah, I don't know what I expected. Actually, that makes Rice Krispies the most Yu-Gi-Oh! Players of all the Yu-Gi-Oh! Players in this discussion thread right now. As he didn't read. He didn't read it at all. He saw the state of the game. All right, fair enough. I mean, did he like it? I don't know what his comments were. Like, surely he liked it, right? Surely he did. Well, like, this is actually interesting from Zephyr, by the way, because Zephyr has this is like a season finale for Zephyr as well, like this particular post. But then like Zephyr comes back like 2 days later and posts like some bullshit in a different thread anyway. But Warlock could poke holes in a lot of assertions you've made about the nature as to why things have gotten this divided. It'd be more tactful to ignore that, since the underlying message behind your post is one that I think we can all agree on, despite our misgivings toward each other. Takahashi was very much right about how the game can bring people together. His retard boomers are acting like he would hate it if he's being really nice upon it. Fucking hell. Speaking of Takahashi, fuck. There's a reason there's a reason game with cards or with friends. There's a reason a game of cards with friends is a common trope in media. It's entirely true. I'm willing to bet a lot of us here have formed friendships playing this game. Perhaps even with our friendly Duel and Yu-Gi-Oh! And perhaps those friendships even persist to this day. Oh, that reminds me. Zephyr sent me a post, not a post, but he asked me for something the other day. I actually don't know if I know the answer to it. Azura, you might know. Hang on. Zephyr, I'm sorry I gotta out you like this, but this is important. I forgot what the message was. Oh, that's right. Yeah. He wanted me to test if, like, limiting hand traps and floodgates to... hang on. Not one is in one group hard. If you were running Ash Blossom Majora's Spring, you couldn't run Max Zero for impairments. Oh, yeah. Having, like, one hand trap in the deck. My hypothesis is that if people only had one hand trap slot and one floodgate slot in their deck, it would add a lot of modicum of variety, at least in terms of hand traps and floodgates. To prevent players... Like, reading this post, by the way, about having just one hand trap in the deck was very odd. It's not... I can't test this because I don't run a lot of floodgates. And the only hand traps I usually use is probably like... Well, again, it depends on the deck, but usually it's like Ash Blossom and Infinite Impermanence. Like, that's about it. So, like... I'm not really one to answer this particular question. I don't have the deck that relies on this. Like, if I had somebody who was... And this is more applicable to somebody running, like, Snake Eyes, for example. Like, if I had a Snake Eyes Fire King deck and my opponent also had a Snake Eyes Fire King deck, then I suppose... Like, I don't think hand traps are really the problem at that point. At least with a wide variety of FTKs. That is true. I kind of told him that the point of having those hand traps is to sort of mitigate your opponent from building up, like, huge boards like that. That's why they're there, and the hand traps exist to build up your, like, to bring up rogue decks into the realm of, like, being viable, but, like, ultimately the people who are already running the meta decks are using the same hand traps. So, I mean, like, that's where the problem really lies, and it's, like, kind of hard to sort of take that out of the things. Usually, if your deck complements using a floodgate, like, let's say Mementos, for example, also, I'm starting with Mementos. Running there can be only one makes sense because Mementos only has, like, one of each type and one of each attribute. So it's like, it makes sense in that deck to run that kind of floodgate, just complements it. Certain decks run, like, Anti-Spell Fragrance, for example, if they don't need spells, like fucking Labyrinth, alright? Another example is, like, with the hand traps too. Again, back to Mementos. Would that mean that Goblin and, what's the other one? It's like Memento, Goblin, and fucking, the other one, shit, I don't know what the other one's called, the Magician or some shit. Those are technically considered hand traps because they do the hand trap mechanic during your opponent's turn, specifically, like Effect Veiler. So would that deck even be allowed then at that point? Like, that's just interesting to me. I can't test that, but basically any one kind of hand trap. That is nuts. That is absolutely nuts. It would ultimately just boost players going first and not actually have anything to, like, not help anyone going second. Oh, Michelle, please tell me how I can join you on Discord. Please. Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. I'll be sure to check that later. Absolutely. It's so many of them. I like how all of my followers on Kick are just bots. I'm amassing all of the bots. It's great. But, that was just like, for some reason I was reminded of that post. I don't know why. Anyway. Sorry. Takashi cards. It's going stronger. I forget if it was Zephyr that said it. I don't think it was. It was somebody else that said that I think it was Garbage. That going first isn't punished hard enough. I think going first is punished pretty fucking hard if you have a deck designed to go second. Like, you can punish going first pretty hard, mate. I don't know where that, like, ideology comes from, because that's a bit weird to say that. Clearly it's like, oh, I have a deck that goes first, but I lost the coin toss and I have to go second and I can't win. That's what that feels like. But alright, whatever. Anyway. Oh yeah, and because of that, I don't have a way to punish going first. Oh yeah, we don't have to agree nor even like each other, but outright hostility... Oh, I did the voice for this. We don't have to agree nor even like each other, but outright hostility is a bit much. Frankly, I've been meaning to ease myself up since a few people here have repeatedly surprised me as to how alright they are. A far cry from the everything is a skill issue elitist types I'm used to in regards to Yu-Gi-Oh! Now I'm feeling sentimental. Well, all I'll say further is I'm all for being the metaphorical swords into plows, or whatever the saying, or however the saying goes. It's more productive and less exhausting. I don't know what this saying is or what the hell he just said, but yeah, I agree. Speaking of which, I want to personally apologize for a recent comment I made towards you. No matter if I felt what I said in that moment, at that moment of time was right, no matter what you've said and done, no matter how much I was and continuing to go through currently, it wasn't right. And I am sincerely sorry. You did? Oh, I can't remember it, but it's alright. I'd like to apologize myself for the argument we had a while back now. I was being bullheaded, and I'm sorry for not giving you the basics, the same basic respect you gave me. I'm assuming, this is, I think I read this. This was the, like, back and forth in a post, like, a while back. I forget which one it was, but I think I saw that. Got cucked by Red Reboot? What? Keeping down the casual text. That's funny as fuck, holy shit. Bro, Red Reboot is too strong, man. Oh, speaking of Red Reboot, I think that gets brought up in this thread as well. Oh yeah, because Chloe mentions it here. It's all good, apology accepted. Let's let bygones be bygones. Cause, in like the past 3 deep conversations we had, I understood it all came from a good place. For what it's worth, my conversations with you have been some of the most engaging I've had over this game. Maybe in the future, once things settle, we can put the past behind us, hang out and have a casual duel or something. If not, it's alright. I just figure I put it out there. Yeah, because it's pretty obvious who this one's directed at, and sure enough. I want to also apologize to another individual over that Red Reboot thread. Speaking of Red Reboot, not on the grounds on who's right or who's wrong or what was said, but because I kept that conversation going to solely get under their skin. In hindsight, I am both disgusted and ashamed of myself for doing something I enjoy. Talking about the game, as it means to only try and upset someone, and for that, I apologize. They don't have to accept it or acknowledge it in this thread. Just know that if you do read this, once again, I am sorry, and I will try to make sure I don't do something like that again. And I hope in the future, things change for the better, so that we can all be happy and enjoy the game to our heart's content.
That's good, man. I really don't hold anything against anyone on these forums as much as I want to see the game in a better state that invites new players in with open arms, rather than bully players out of this game through unfair situations or combos that end on being only exciting to an existing crowd. Just take care of yourself, okay? This is a weird post coming from Garbage after the shit that he has said earlier. Just saying. I don't know if he's real or not, man. I don't know. Be safe out there. Thank you for doing something. Thank you for doing something I was afraid to do months ago. I actually don't hold anything against anyone here on this forum, as I am not one to hold a grudge over people on the internet, where I am 99.9% certain I will never see them in person. Like Garbage mentioned, I really want to invite new players into a game I enjoy as much as the other party does, despite how bad the game looks right now. I am actually not enjoying the TCG format at all right now, as of this post. I don't know what Fiendsmith does. I have no clue what the fuck the TCG format looks like right now. No clue. I can only imagine how absolutely insane it is. Looking back at my behavior on this forum over the past 2 years, clowning on the Yugi boomers, criticizing those upset over cheaters, telling others if it's too easy, do it yourself, those petty arguments that meant nothing at the end of the day, and so on, I deeply cringe and wonder what I could have done to be a better person back then, and could have just told myself, we could have just agreed to disagree. Even went to the point where I wiped my existence from this board until today. Wait, what? Did he? I am deeply sorry to everyone I have wronged, and sincerely hope that everyone finds success in their future endeavors. And I hope we can all still enjoy the game we all like. Oh my god, Ghidorah. It has come full circle, starting with like Ghidorah's melodious post to now. Holy shit. What a journey. Snake being unfair for 9 months. No. Oh, sorry. The hit is coming soon. It's coming soon, right?
Any day now, all right? Any day now is it right? It's August currently. This was a very good thread though. Everyone was very nice, except for Rice Krispies. But I mean, you know, poor guy. But this was good. This was a very good thread. And a kind of good one to end on as well, because I don't think there's ever going to be like a wholesome post like this ever again. They'll make Yu-Gi-Oh playable. What if, like, just for one ban list, they're like, nah, fuck it. We're gonna listen to all the boomers out there. We're gonna be like, nah, fuck this. We're banning every single card from every meta deck in the past like 5 years. Okay, we're gonna do that. And you guys are gonna have to play GOAT format, all right, from now on. You guys are gonna have no fun cards from no fun decks ever again. Just for one ban list. And obviously people would complain to the ends of the earth, but people like Garbage would be so happy though. So for less than 3 weeks. That's the boomer ban list was getting rid of Baron. I mean, fair enough, I guess. I actually wonder if Baron was banned for being too generic, or because it was, well, I guess oh, that's why. Okay, now it makes sense. There was somebody that mentioned like SP is the replacement for Baron. I now get why they said that, because Baron got banned in TCG and SP Light did not. I think that's why they mentioned that. But like, obviously that's not the case in Master Duel, nor do people really care. Rachel as well, also gonna invite me to Discord, thank fuck. Holy shit. Delinquent duo, fuck. I like the idea that, whatchamacallit, unbanning every card will do it. Like, that's what will change it, is unbanning every single card. How does banning Baron indirectly hit Snake Eyes? What? What? How does Snake Eyes even make Baron? What? I don't know if I've ever seen a Snake Eye board end with Baron in some capacity. What? What? I guess the Flamebird plus like, or even Diabellstar plus like Ash Blossom is enough. I guess that's all you need. I think they did it to hit generics. That's true, Azurai. I don't think I've actually dueled like a good player in Master Duel, because in Plat 5 there's a lot of like, oh, I see what you mean, because yeah, a lot of the Snake Eyes Fire King end boards aren't like aren't the good end boards despite having full combo. It's interesting to see that, because I know what the hero combos are, and seeing somebody not go for any of those hero turn 1 combos when like they have full combo in their hand is hilarious to me. And I don't know what Snake Eyes is technically capable of, because I never used it nor like learned the cards. I just see like, oh, this combo isn't the same as the other combos, so something must be wrong. It's like the equivalent of me seeing somebody like end the fucking like the Omni Hero end board on only Shining Neo Swingman and nothing else. It's like that equivalent. Like, what the fuck you doing that making that turn 1, bro? What? Use their deck optimally. Oh, Formula Single plus Flamebird. Okay, that makes sense. That makes sense. I like Papa Shekels, because that guy had turn 1. I just want to know, or not even turn 1, but turn 2, and that's still really strong for turn 2. Like, it's insane. Like, he automatically won. I don't know what possessed somebody to make Verde Anaconda. Like, what? What position do you have to be in? Oh, wait. I don't know if you could have checked somebody's deck after that. I don't know if you can, because, like, I know it was one of the tryout duels. I don't know if tryout duels allow you to check a deck, but he might not have actually had... he might have... I know there's, like, variants for the Omni Hero deck, and he might have been playing one with D-Force. That relied on Plasma. Like the Floodgate version of the hero deck. I don't like the fucking Floodgate version because I think it's shit. I hate D-Force. I hate Destiny Hero Angel. I don't know why people use those cards when they can just link it off anyway. Like, it doesn't matter. Like, yeah, bro, it's gonna stop spells. But, oh, you can just make Link Karibo. Like, okay. Great. Wonderful. Nah, Azurai, what are you talking about, man? What are you talking about? Anyway, I'm gonna go learn Rush Duel so I can play Rising Heroes, okay? I'm gonna learn them, I swear. Fanfic isn't good enough. No. Yubel is totally hero support, okay? What is a skill issue? If you don't end with an OTK with a hand like that, like, Jesus Christ. You don't even need that much. Honestly, like, just a hero lives is enough for an OTK. Assuming it goes through, of course. Even if it doesn't, Varus is a good backup. And even if that doesn't go through, well, then fuck it. Oh, the guy also had, like, Miracle Fusion, so even if it didn't go through, he could still do something. Don't print better ones. You know what's funny about that, Azurai? The hero monsters aren't as generic as, like, other, It's like, could you imagine if something like Shining Neo's Wingman required, like, 2 effect monsters or some shit? God, people would be so mad. Like, fucking Christ. It's like, it's the most, like, not generic you can possibly get. For going into Verde? What? Because I know, what is it? Verde locks you after you use it. And using Fusion Destiny already locks you anyway, so it's like, you're fucked either way. Hell yeah, dude. Destroyer Phoenix Enforcer is the meta card, alright? It's super OP. I'll win automatically if I make Destroyer Phoenix Enforcer. That's all I need. That's alright. That's why, like... That's why some of this shit goes, like, over my head when I see people complain about it. Specifically on the Steam forums as well. It's because, like, having to deal with heroes for so long is like, man, I wonder what it's like to play a generic deck. You know? I wonder what it's like to play something like Tearlaments or something. I just want to know. Let me know what Bestials are like, please. Or Horus, fuck. Kill only every rogue deck. I mean, yeah, I know a lot of those cards do exist to boost up rogue capabilities. I think somebody actually mentioned it. I think it was actually Papa Shekels. Hang on. There was somebody... Hold on. I think it was Papa Shekels. It wasn't that old. I think I can find it. I know I said that was the last one, but hold on. Hold on. I'm not going to read this on stream, by the way. But, it was like, how generic is too generic, I think is what it was. Oh god, how far back is it? Oh, here it is. It was Miriam that said it. A lot of the responses were like, oh yeah, like, things are okay to be generic if they're not, like, super strong. Like Baron, for example, was like the go-to card for being, like, too generic when it could have used, like, Fluer Synchron. But, alright. Bigger power gap to Snake. God damn. Because, I think, actually, I think it was mentioned in this thread as well. Actually, I think Papa Shekels might have mentioned it. Right. Oh yeah, Papa Shekels did mention it. Best example of what you could do with a generic card. There can and should be cards that you can throw into any deck, but if they become the best possible option compared to anything the deck can naturally do, that feels like a problem. While she was legal in the TCG, you were quite frankly stupid if you made a level 10 synchro other than Baron. She was very clearly the best choice for just about any situation, even in Sword Soul or Ice Jade and Speedroids. This is actually kind of funny because I've seen certain Sword Soul decks that make the level 10 Sword Soul, and I'm like, why the fuck would you make the level 10 Sword Soul? What? Alright. This is a bit weird. She was better than your actual in-archetype level 10 synchro boss monsters. Basically because the only reason to ever have to not make Baron would be if your deck locked you out of making her, or you needed a specific type of synchro to enable the rest of your cards. Very true. In that Ignite deck as well, like while I want to make the Ignis to Prominence the Blasting Draco Slayer, I could also just make Baron just as easily. And it's, you know, pretty easy to make Baron with that deck. Sinister Sovereign? What the f- Oh, okay. Oh, on turn 1. Okay, yeah, that makes sense on turn 1. Right, because Old Mate's effect only goes off if you're fucking banishing cards. Rank 4s that were more generic. Isn't that weird that that Goes guy was like, yeah, bro, fucking X1Zs are totally okay. Totally okay. 2 level 4 monsters? What, my deck is like, what? They're all level 4? Oh, shit. I can use any rank 4 then. I'm fucking done with garbage, man. Extract monsters should never be generic. Never. Never be generic. Like, I just want to know, outside of the Neos fusions, alright, because they all require Elemental Hero Neos, could you imagine if the other Elemental Hero cards required specific cards? Like, I like the direction they're going with stuff like Grand Merge and like Infernal Rage, where you just need 2 different heroes, and some of their effects are only based off of using a specific kind of hero card. I prefer that more than having like, oh, you specifically need Avian and Burstinatrix in order to make this card. It's like, well, fuck. What if I'm not running Burstinatrix and Avian, you know? Because they're not great. Alright. The tuners are bricks. I'm assuming tuners are only bricks if they don't do something else. Like, the tuner has to do something else to make it worthwhile. I think that's why Sword Soul is probably seen as like one of the best synchro decks, at least back when it was, because the tuners that were used would be tokens, which is interesting to me. You don't have to run any tuners. 7 vanilla heroes. Papa Shekels, just you wait. I'm thinking about it, because I want to make a deck that's specifically comprised of elemental heroes and takes advantage of Grand Merge. But Jesus Christ. Claiming to be a real hero player? Indeed. Actually, hold up. Because there was something I saw. I want to change it. Oh my god, the icon for fucking Master Duel is different. What? What? Oh, do I have to download a fucking massive update? If so, I'm not going to load it up. Hold on. Please, Konami, spare me. Oh god. How big is the update? No, please. Okay, yeah, nah. Not right now. But basically, I did see a deck that took advantage of using the OG elemental heroes. Not that it's great, but having Grand Merge as an option is pretty neat. Being able to cheese out like any other elemental hero fusion ever is pretty nice. Not that there are any like good ones outside of maybe like Contrast Hero or Cosmo Neos or something like that, but it's possible. It's certainly possible. Anyway, I think that might be the end for today. And going forward, at least for like a little while anyway. I'll come back to Steam discussions in the future, but like for right now, I need to play games. preferably.